Hey there, litter mates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty, and it is time. We are finally at the end of 2024, and I'm going to be honest, the first part of 2024 was pretty fucking awesome, and the last part's been a shit show. So we made it. Ooh, I shouldn't do that. We made it. Good job, right? Real quickly, I just want to thank Moonbow Arts for those 5 Boss Kitty memberships. It's incredibly kind. So Fable, Londa, Crocheted Sunflowers, and Be Creative Crafts. Congratulations on those gifted memberships and welcome to Boss Kitty family if you weren't already here, if this is your first time. If this isn't your first time, that's okay too. We loved having everybody around with us. Not blonde, very gray. You guys don't get to see a lot of my gray. So for those of you who are unaware, my birthday coincides with the beginning of the year. So my birthday is January 1st. And every year we do a New Year's Eve party where we celebrate. And I usually look very bougie and glamorous. And then at the end for the, when we bring in the New Year with the West Coast, we also celebrate and sing happy birthday to me because I am the most adorable narcissist ever. Is walking right out after that one. This year I'm turning 42. So it's my Douglas Adams birthday, as we like to call it. And we have a contest going on in our Discord. So if you have a robe and if you have a towel, you can, what are we calling it? Vibe play as Arthur Dent. Basically just dress up as Arthur Dent in your robe towel. If you've got a teacup, that's even better. Throw that in there too. Take a picture. There is in our Discord a section called Don't Panic Cosplay Contest. We will be choosing 2, not 1, but 2 winners at Central Time. And what was the other one we were going to do it at? Mountain Time? And Mountain Time. The first winner will be chosen randomly. I have a wheel that I'll put all the contestants on, and then TK is going to choose the second winner. So they're both for $42 gift cards to bosskittyshop.com. It's kind of a theme. Oh, 40 seconds till. Sure. So at 40 seconds till is when I push the button.
For you, yes. For them, it will seem.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let me write that down so I remember it. TK is just remembering a few things. So I need to start. So we're going to do a countdown for every single time zone. We've got one for the East Coast, Central Time, Mountain Time, West Coast Time. And he's letting me know that I need to do it at 40 seconds till, and I need to find a countdown clock. This is always the difficult part of this. Oh, Happy, thank you so much. Who cursed you and how do we undo it? I don't know who cursed me, but I'm over it. So that's the other thing. TK and I had RSV for a few months, and then a bunch of other shit happened. And then I severely sprained my ankle, my right ankle of all ankles, last Thursday, trying to get through some boxes or around some boxes. I also chipped a tiny piece of the bone off on the back, but they're like, that'll dissolve. Don't worry about it. Countdown clock. That's what I'm looking for, right? I don't have one, so we'll figure it out. I think the clock on the computer actually does that. I just have to find it. We've got time, so right now it's not the end of the world. How do I get the clock open though? Because they've changed this. It's so funky. I guess I can just look on my phone too. We'll figure it out. TK can come in here and help me find one if I can't find one, because I'm having a hard time finding anything and still talking to you guys. Let's see. Cassandra, hello. Elizabeth, hello. Yarn Pirate, Abby. I know who all knowing I is. Jep, 1130. Hello. Thank you so much. Vicky Labinu, thank you for the membership. Yeah, thank you so much, Moonbow. Elizabeth, Bubbles, Vicky. It's so good to see everybody. It's going to be pretty light on the crafting tonight, although I do have some fiber for spinning that we'll work on. What else do we have? Oh, I do want to give a quick shout out, and we'll do this. Go to time.gov. Thank you, TK. We'll just get that open real quickly. Time.gov. He's the best, isn't he? Can I just get a quick round of applause for TK? Oh, that's perfect. Excellent. So I might be shifting around a little bit in my seat because I am sitting up high and my foot is not above my heart right now. So my ankle's a little swollen. I got to try to keep it up a little bit at least. I'm resting it on the computer from time to time. It's 3 hours, so it'll be fun. Hoping there's time still for one more order. You can certainly put in an order. It's going to be at the normal base price. Our prices aren't going up until January. So that is definitely a thing. Currently, we do not have any sales going on, but orders are still being taken currently. And yeah, so we're good there. Applause for reals. I'm on the East Coast and my neighbors have been setting off fireworks for 3 hours already. They'll probably do more tomorrow. Someone around here loves fireworks for every holiday. Oh my gosh. So when I was a little girl, I actually thought the fireworks were for my birthday because I'm that self-absorbed. I think all little kids are, though, to some degree. So that makes sense. I do have champagne for all of the time zones and a latte to try to stay awake, and water to keep my voice. It is weird, though, because I'm so used to having, like, glittery stuff everywhere. And this is really comfortable. I should just dress like this all the time. And maybe once the West Coast ball drops, I'll take the curler thing out of my hair and we'll see what it does. Because they always look like a hot mess. So let's spin for a little bit. We got some time. We can spin, right? She's January 1st baby as well. Oh, good. It's not just me. So I can tell you, as a January 1st baby, that when you're in your 20s, it sucks. When you're a kid, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not until your 30s that your birthday gets a little bit better. And now it's at a point where you just kind of roll with it. So here's an example. I was supposed to, I had planned to go to my favorite chicken wing restaurant tomorrow. It's called Fire on the Mountain. It's freaking delicious. I figured most of my friends and family had the day off. We could have an early lunch. I was going out to Portland to meet them, so they didn't have to come out to here to meet me. I checked all the boxes. They're open on New Year's Day, which is a big deal because a lot of places aren't. And they don't take reservations, which I expected. And I wanted a place that was fairly inexpensive. Um, so one of the things that happens on New Year's, like many holidays, and I don't understand this because I do not watch sports, but they do football and basketball on holidays. I don't get it. But there's some bowl on my birthday every year. And this year, the Oregon Ducks are playing in it, and they're like the number one team in the country if you watch sports ball. So all of the Fire on the Mountain sites are going to be packed tomorrow to the brim. I called to see if they could accommodate like 12 to 14 people, and they're like, mm, probably not, but I mean, you could try. So I had to call everybody and be like, you know what, you guys, we're just not gonna. It's no big deal. TK is gonna make me homemade chicken wings. He's gonna make me wings, which is exciting, and I'll help him out because I think he's done it once. And that'll be perfectly fine. I may talk him into watching Wicked. We'll see. I just watched it again with my mom last night, so I mean, I don't need to, but I'm a little brat sometimes, so who knows? It's 3 hours of torture for him, I'm sure. But that's how I prove he loves me. No, I'm kidding. It is a bummer, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. And at this point, it's if my birthday goes off tomorrow where we have chicken wings and we watch a movie, we have a good day, that is still a successful birthday for me. I've had birthdays where my boyfriend at the time, because his birthday was the day before mine, got super, super, super inebriated and ditched my brother and I and our friend in the middle of downtown Portland at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we had to call my mom to help us go find him because we were concerned about him being murdered or something. So I mean, I've had definitely had worse birthdays. Enjoy those wings with the loved ones. Oh, thank you. I would still come see you. I know you would, and I appreciate it. So, Jeff, here's the thing. Here's the biggest reason that I said don't worry about it. My house is a wreck right now because of my foot and because TK has been so busy. My house is a wreck. So, I don't want your kiddo to like trip on the boxes and break his ankle, quite frankly. So, I appreciate it. But we'll figure something out at a different time. It's no big deal. Tomorrow's your grandma's. You're the second, and your youngest turns 6 on the 3rd. Feel up a curb that wasn't what? Fell up a curb that wasn't even there. He did. He fell up a curve that wasn't even there. I forgot about that. For everybody who's wondering, Jep is my brother. Hello, all only here for a few minutes. That's okay, JK. I've been burning the candle at 3 ends. Not sure how that works, but apparently I found the extra end. I don't doubt it. That's kind of how I've been feeling. But it's good to see you. I'm glad I got to see you before the end of the year. And I hope you had wonderful holiday season with your family and that you have a lovely beginning to your 2025. I hope that for all of you guys, actually. Reasonable, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. What? Okay. Well, okay. Okay. We're having secret love messages to each other. That's how I tell him I love him too. No, that's not true, but still. So I'm going to mention this a few times. I don't think maybe he texted me. Hold on. No, but still. So I know I've talked about disco fibers with you guys before. Zeb is a guy in Portland who had this brilliant idea for a yarn shop, and you can go to discofibers.com and check them out. It's really cool. So what happens is that yarn is donated to the shop, and it's secondhand yarn or it's stash yarn or indie dyers like me who have some extra stuff that, you know, we're getting off the shelves or what, or maybe we're not, whatever it is. We hand it off, and usually we put some promotional stuff in there as well. But he sells it at an incredibly discounted price. And the idea behind that is to create a fiber arts community, which is what we're always talking about, right? Because not everybody can afford indie dyed yarn. Not because they don't think it's worth it, just because it can get pricey. And in this day and age, we really want to help everybody be able to experience that. So it's a great idea. And we are very, very happy and excited to be working with him for his for his yarn club that he does. He does a mini skein yarn club. Now, I don't have all of the details. I was hoping to get the rest of them. I was missing one or two. I'm not sure how to sign up because I can't find it on the website, but I will find out more information about that. I know that you can have two different options. There is the 3 mini skein option, and that is $119 annually, or there's the 5 mini skein option, that's $179 annually. And that is, you get those not just once, you get them multiple times throughout the year. I'm trying to find out if it's monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly. I don't know yet, so I don't want to make any assumptions. I am in my brain making assumptions, but I don't want to make assumptions. The January, it's in the fridge. You put it in the fridge. The tiny one?
No, you have the larger of the two.
What?
I don't find the larger, I find the tiny.
There were, here's the link. There it is. Perfect. Hello, sir. So there is Mr. Disco Fibers himself. Also, is it quarterly? Is it monthly? Is it bi-monthly? Is it once a week? I mean, that would be amazing, but I don't think it's that. If it doesn't let you send the link, send it to me and I'll get it taken care of for you. Because I don't know if it'll let you throw a link up in here. But for January, he's doing Boss Kitty yarn. So we're sending him some yarn and he is sending out a mini skein. So if you always wanted to try Boss Kitty yarn, this is a great time to do that. I will let you all in on a little secret. I'm sending kitty glitter because I'm amazing. So yes, absolutely. Mini sets go out monthly. You can choose 3 or 5 mini sets. So that is a phenomenal price, you guys. $119 for 3 mini skeins, or $179 for five mini skeins every single month for 12 months. Like that's really, really freaking good, because that's the whole point of this. Definitely post it in Discord, but if you text it to me, I will try to get it up. But if you get it in Discord, let me know and I'll just copy it from there. I think only I can post links in here, and why can't I think of the word? My Yarn Pirates. There we go. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. Has a creative use store. It's similar but more broad in scope. I've got something like 200 grams of merino fingering weight for $2. Yeah, and we have a place called Scrap as well. It's super broad, but it's like all over the place. It's not just yarn, and you never know what you're going to get. So this is really neat. It's dedicated to fiber arts, well, yarn. So like you can get his shop. I don't know if you've got them on your website or not, but in shop, you can get like books, and you can get tools, and you can get yarn. And it's not always indie dyed yarn. Sometimes it's more of a commercial yarn, or there's even acrylic yarn. So it is a lot of it's just all gently loved stuff that you can get at a discounted price, which is great. Yes, mods. That was the word. My Yarn Pirates. You like that? Mods. That's the word I'm looking for. Clearly, I have a bed brain right now. Words are so hard for me, you guys. Maybe 42. Maybe that's the magic time in my life where suddenly I Shakespeare it up in my brain and my words are figured out finally. But I'm letting you know that for the past 41 years of my life, that has not been the case. Jet, I believe they are. Okay, my area, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's exciting, and I definitely want you guys to check it out because I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, so we have how many East Coast babes do I have in here? Because you guys have 9 minutes, 9 whole minutes. I have so many buttons on here, and I don't know if I'm allowed to push any of them before balls drop. Can I push the one that says glitter just for the hell of it? Am I allowed to do that? Do you guys want to see what the glitter button does? Because I don't know what the glitter button does. Glitter button. It glitters and it makes noises. That was amazing. I'll be your yarn pirate. Thank you. I'll be your boss kitty. Glitter you. That's what I need to do next time I push that button. You've not found that being 42 has helped you remember your words, so don't hold out. Cheers to that. That's hilarious. Abby, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for, it says, your third super on a live stream. Here, you can have more glitter. I should do it this way. Even spell checker hasn't understood BKD's past 41. That is a true statement. You guys know when you're texting on your phone? Hold on one second. That sweet, sweet RSV post cough. So when you're texting on your phone, how it will autocorrect for you, mine will take words I've spelled correctly and it will autocorrect them to incorrectly spelled words that I've accidentally typed in the past. I've broken my auto check on my phone, or auto spell on my phone.
You're ducking kidding me, right?
No, I am not ducking kidding you. Hello, Casey. It's good to see you. You were born East Coast, currently Mountain Time until we match up with PST in spring. That's fair. That's fair. Oh my goodness. You guys, we're getting close. I'm very excited. But we can spin for a little bit. Look at that. I feel like my lights got a little dark. I'm sure they did because it looks better for the green screen. And we're not really going to be on this for very long, but it's not a fiber arts show if I don't do some form of fiber arts. So if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. It's great to see you. And that is how we ended up with the greasy lurker, BS best lurker, autocorrect, unspell. Exactly. Ashlyn popping in really quick to say hi and happy, oh, thank you and happy new year to you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Oh, that's going to fall down.
What is?
The ring light is starting to swing down.
No, it's not.
Okay. Thank you, TK. And BS instead of verses, right? My phone always wants to correct car to cat, but those are still real words. I'm talking like words that are not real words, that at some point I have spelled enough that my phone thinks they're real words. I have gas-lamped my phone into thinking these are real words when they're not, and I didn't even do it on purpose. Hi, Type How. Happy New Year to you as well. You guys, if you're on the East Coast, we've got 5 minutes before we drop some balls. Sounds so dirty when I say it, and I love it. So for those of you who showed up late, that's what I was getting to before I got distracted. Why do you keep doing this to me? You just popped the champagne in here. It scared me. Who showed up late, before I get distracted again, you will note that I am not in my normal glam. I am in my robe and my towel, and I got a little curler in my hair because this is, if I woke up and somebody told me my house was going to be bulldozed, I think this is probably what I would be wearing. This is my Arthur Dent outfit because I will be turning 42. It is my Douglas Adams birthday. For those of you who don't know who the hell I'm talking about, Douglas Adams wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, among other things. And 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. So for us nerds, it's a pretty important birthday. It's a pretty important year. In fact, 42 is how old TK was when I first started talking to him. So I'd like to think it was a pretty important year for him. I have learned many names were yes, me too, for sure. So we're doing a Don't Panic contest today. If you dress up like Arthur Dent, which is the character that runs around with a towel around his shoulders and a bathrobe on, and then you take a selfie or you get somebody at your house, this is better, to take a picture of you and you post it in our Discord. We actually have a place that says Don't Panic Cosplay Contest. We will be picking 2 lucky Arthur Dent lookalikes tonight, one randomly, and then TK will be picking the other one at Central Time and Mountain Time. And that's okay. There should be one in a cup over on the bar. Those 2 people will win $42 gift cards to bosskittyshop.com. So make sure you get those pictures taken. If you've got a robe and a towel, get that on real quickly and throw those up in there. Oh, thank you, Don. Happy New Year to you. We're getting close. What was the other thing? We talked a little bit about disco fibers. I think I might read some Vogon poetry later on. I actually have some up for you guys, which is the 3rd worst type of torture in the universe. or so we've been told. I'm watching my clock. I just said I had 3 minutes. I know I'm 30 seconds behind. TK is concerned I'm not watching my clock. You loved age 42, then 43, your body, oh my gosh, my body has already fallen apart. Like, that started at 40. I had a torn ACL and meniscus that was not worked on for 3 years because the doctors didn't believe me. So it threw my hips all out of whack and my lower back, and now I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, my back hurts so bad. And it's funny because I remember being a teenager and I remember being in my 20s and thinking to myself, I'm never going to be like that. My body is never going to do that. I'll be fine. I'm not going to have arthritis. I'm not going to have back trouble or hip trouble or knee trouble. I was a dumb little weirdo. When my dad was in college, he and his buddies wrote Douglas Adams for the recipe for Panglatic Gargle Blaster. He told them to distill the strongest alcohol they could find 3 times. They got a response. That started in grade school. Pangalactic. I got it. Pangalactic. I've got, look at my mouth. You see all this in my mouth? It makes it much harder to do what is already hard for me. The fact that I can
Not
say
your tongue. It's a little north of your tongue.
The fact that I can say your name after 15 years is a glorious I see it. So at 40, right?
40 minutes till.
40 minutes till.
Or 40 seconds till.
So now at 28. Okay. 10, 9, I was late. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Oh, he's telling me people are counting on the thing and I didn't realize it. I hope that was on time for you guys. I know that there is a lag. I think I was supposed to start it for me 20 seconds after 8:59 and I started at like 26 or 27. So I am so sorry. But Happy New Year to the East Coast. So exciting. 2025 is here. I'm a little terrified, I'm not going to lie, but we've got each other, and right now it is a beautiful, brand new, shiny year, and right now it's excellent. It's starting with an A+, right? Because we're all together, and everybody's healthy and safe. 30 seconds? Perfect. Okay. 1 second off for me. Okay, thank goodness. Love the blue. Oh, we have different colors for different time zones. So to my loves on the East Coast, Happy New Year. We love you guys so much. Oh my gosh. I think I have a firework button too that I totally forgot about. Oh yeah. You know what? A toast to the people on the East Coast. I hope that you stick around with us through 2025. I hope that this community gets bigger and brighter and more supportive of each other. And community is really going to be my word for the year. So cheers. That is delicious. It's so delicious. You couldn't skip your annual tradition of gaining out without you all. Oh, and real quickly, because I know some of my East Coast beauties need to leave here soon, my little stitches, we're going to just give our shout out to our patrons now. So, if you are a patron, thank you so much for all that you've done in 2024. Our patrons are a major backbone of our community. They help keep things running on low months, and they're just there to kind of support each other love, and we appreciate them. We have different tiers from Cult of Con, Gracie's Gang, Hazel's Heroes to Zuzu Zealots. And they do get little things here and there. Gracie's gang, or no, Hazel's Heroes get free shipping as an example on all of their stuff. The people get early access to box sets. They get to choose their own colorways. Well, they actually get to choose their own colorways for the box set. And then we have a mini skein set and a holiday colorways that they get to choose and create themselves. So if you're interested in becoming a patron, head over to patreon.com/BossKitty and check it out. Thank you all. Boop. Cranking the TV over the fireworks and barking dogs. Woo, 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 woo. Meow, meow. I can do a really good monkey too, but it scares the crap out of TK and it gets really loud. I don't want to do that to you guys. Just trust that I make an amazing monkey impression. It's it's so good. Like, I don't know where it comes from, and if I could make money off of it, I'd make millions of dollars. You would be amazed how many of our Hazel's heroes forget that they have free shipping. And here's the other kicker. A lot of them think it only works one time. That free shipping code works every time, all times, every time. Like, if you are a Hazel's hero, which is the $25 a month tier, then you get free shipping. It's just what it is. But a lot of you guys don't use it. And get on that. Please use your perks. That's what they're there for. I might be able to do voiceovers, right? I'd like be like Alan Tudyk, and just do animals. I believe you, maybe for a short. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I'll make that a patron thing. It'll be a patron exclusive thing. Is I will do animal noises. It'll be like, what did we used to do? Adject animal sounds. So we used to do a thing where okay, let me go back a little bit. When TK and I first met, we used to play this game called Adject Animal, where you would pick an adjective and you would pick an animal, and the other person had to make that sound with the animal in that adjective. So like sleepy koala would be an example, right? And it was a great way to diffuse arguments. And so we actually brought it to the show for a long time where people could spend points or whatever, especially on Twitch. And they could choose what they wanted me to do. And I did it. And it was ridiculous. My favorite was the elephant. I think it was it romantic elephant or something like that? I don't remember, but it was really funny. Keep an eye on Patreon. Thanks for the reminder. But you have to get to line up animal video with the voiceover. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Still holding out for apologetic walrus. And yeah, people got crazy with some of these animals because I was like, I don't even know what that thing sounds like. We'd have to look them up. It was very educational. Speaking of things that we used to do on Twitch, we are in the process of looking at co-streaming live streams on Twitch and YouTube. We know that there are people who prefer Twitch. We know there are people who prefer YouTube. We know that there are people who prefer both. I know that YouTube can be really much easier in a lot of aspects. It gets out to more people, but I also know that Twitch, you guys really like the little perks that you get with that. So like the emojis and just the points you can spend, you know, things like that. So we are looking at dual streaming. That's something that we're hoping to do in the future. And do keep in mind that we do take January off from our streams. That's our month to breathe. It's our month to get the shop back in order and to make changes to the show, such as dual streaming or whatever else it is. Because we like to kind of, you know, shake things up at the beginning of every year. Confused squirrel. Where's my nuts? I think we did something like confused squirrel or ADHD squirrel. I don't remember. It was something like that, but it was squirrel comes up a lot. But you have to get to the yes. I like the idea of lining up the animal videos. You are ancient here. What is Twitch? Type out. You are not ancient. I didn't know what Twitch was when it was first brought up to me. Twitch is usually used for live streamers who like to do video games and computer games, like so gaming. They'll live stream themselves gaming, playing their video games, and people will watch it. But it's kind of expanded into arts and crafts. There's a general chat area. What else is in there? Oh my gosh. There's just lots of people reviews. Like it's all over the place. There's a lot of different stuff that people do. So it's just another live stream format website. Twitch be twitchy. Owned by Amazon. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to a Twitch user once a month. Like you have to redo it every month. I think that still works that way. It's been a few years since we've been doing it. Cosplay, yeah. Cosplay's on there too, for sure. Animal watching, yeah. There was a guy on Twitch for a while. I don't know if he's still there. I think it was it a bottle of mustard or a hot dog or something? Like he would just show this food and it was on there all the time. And people like, he had so many viewers. It was so weird. He didn't talk. He wasn't there. It was just whatever the thing was. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a bottle of mustard, but it was crazy. Cozy crafts. Everything in life should be cozy. I want to see some of these cosplays. Let's get them up, guys. 1 second. Let me get Discord up, and we will go to our Don't Panic cosplay, because I need to get some of these names in anyway. Okay, here it is. So our first one is Fox Goddess in her lovely pink robe with her towel. Ginger posted 2 pictures. One was from her 42nd birthday, towel and robe right here. Love it. And then this is from today. Towel and robe again, but she's got this great mug with her too, and I love it. She says it said, been looking ahead like, here we go, I guess. Elizabeth has a Pikachu towel, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this. She also has a TARDIS tea mug, so it holds lots of fluid. It's bigger on the inside, right? Miss Monster says she knows it looks like a hoodie, but it's actually a bathrobe with her towel as well, and a beanie, so she is extra prepared. Spiderbot towel and bathrobe. I don't know what's on your towel, but I'm intrigued by it. It's a cool looking towel. Fox Scott has got us another one. Still traveling with my talent tee. Also my themed crochet hook. This is Don't Panic. That's so cool. You guys, this is amazing. D Renee's got their towel and their bathrobe. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much. So yeah, get these pictures in here. We're going to be picking somebody after the ball drops on the next, in about an hour or so, I think is what we're going to do. We also have show and tell open. It doesn't look like there's anything in here, but if you want, we are still doing show and tell tonight. And my thought process with that was that you guys could go ahead and do 3 pictures of 3 things that you were incredibly proud of or happy about this year. Okay. And I mean things that you've done. So if it's a meal that you cooked, or if it's a project that you finished, or if it's an event that you put together, whatever it is, like I want to know, I want to celebrate that with you, because we always focus on the really negative stuff that happens. I mean, I do a lot, as you guys are aware. So I think it's important to focus on the good stuff as well. So I would love to see that show and tell fill up. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. No, nobody's pressuring you guys to come up with stuff on the fly. I promise. Are both Star Wars. That's fantastic, Bean. Your spider. Thank you. Now I know. I love it. I knew I was going to love your towel. Loving all the Arthur Dent costumes. I am too, Bubbles. There was a stream I found a few years ago of a woman with a GoPro attached to her, and she was just walking around New York City. Very soothing. I think it was the beginning of the pandemic. So TK loves watching those types of streams. He loves watching people that have GoPros or whatever type of camera, and they're just walking around cities. They walk around Disneyland, and not the ones that are like promoting stuff. They're just walking around. They're people watching. They're showing you different spots. Sometimes they're not even talking. He also likes watching the ones where they're couriers, so bicycle couriers. I can't watch those. They stress me out because like they're going super fast. They're jetting through cars. They're skidding around corners and no, ma'am, I cannot. But that's just me. They all do look great, don't they? You know what, you guys? Have some glitter. Yeah, we are some great Arthur Dents. We would take this universe and show it who's boss. I think we will, actually. Okay, so, and I also want to know, I know a lot of people like to make resolutions for the new year, right? Whatever. I would like to know what people's fiber arts goals are. Like if you've got a fiber arts goal, maybe you want to knit a pair of socks each month, or maybe you want to do your first sweater this year, right? Maybe you want to take on color work. So my fiber arts goal for 2025 is to start teaching through Zoom. And we're hoping to set that up early next year. And classes will probably be available through Shopify. We're figuring out how to do that. We will open classes up to our patrons early. So like if I open classes, I don't know, February 1st, let's say, right? For beginning knit, beginning crochet, brioche, whatever it is. Those will open up to patrons and they will have a certain amount of time to sign up for those before we open them up to the public, because there is a cap on each class. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet. When I taught in person, it was 12. I don't know if that's wise on Zoom. So I might start with smaller classes just to be safe, like 5 people, let's say, and then grow from there. This is definitely a trial and error thing. So just keep that in mind, that not that you won't learn, but that things will be changing. We'll all be learning from this. So let's say I teach a class and it's a little chaotic because 5 is too much. We'll go down to 4. I don't think that'll be the case. I will let you know that I really, really recommend that if you want to take a class, that you make sure you at least have a camera and a mic available. You don't need them, but they don't need to always be on. But it's much easier to talk to me with your microphone if you have a question versus trying to type it out. And you don't have to have your camera on it all the time. But if you're trying to knit something, right, in your hands and you've made a mistake, it's not looking the way that mine looks or other people's looks, that way I can see what you're making, what you're doing, and I can actually see you doing it with your hands. So I can say, okay, this is what's going on. You need to actually try to do it this way instead, and then show it to you. And so I don't know if I'm going to make it a requirement, but it's going to be heavily suggested or recommended that you have that capability in order to take the classes. Especially because I want other people to be able to show their work as well, just so I can make sure it's being done correctly. Okay, let's see here. Sometimes I play those while on the treadmill. Yep. There was a stream. Yep. Those are so great. I think someone on a bicycle would make me yes, it does. I started my first sweater in 2024. I'd like to finish it. It's stranded color work, and I'm not using a pattern, just a bunch of different charts I found and or made. I would love to see a picture of it. Oh my gosh, Bean, that's amazing. That's the other thing that I would like to do in 2025 is I want to finish a pattern, not a pattern like following, but like finish a pattern that I've created. I'm working on a hat pattern right now. Frustrated with it at the moment, but I'm still working through it. I want to have it test knitted. I want to have it test crocheted because I want both versions of that. I want to have decent pictures on there. I want it to look like a good pattern that I can sell on Ravelry, right? And on Shopify, and then put in our Patreon as well, because patterns are supposed to be a thing that you guys have options to whenever I create them. So that's another one of my goals, is to get through at least one pattern. Is to knit a blanket out of the tea set. Ooh, plus some snuffy. I also want to knit a sweater. I love that idea. That's amazing. Abby, what is yours? Sometimes I play, yes, on the treadmill. That is a great idea. I agree. It's getting warm in here a little bit. It's because I've been drinking a little boozies. Should probably stop that, huh? Oh my goodness. Well, those are some good goals. I'm excited. Year of socks for you, 2025 is the year of sweaters. Ooh, Fable. Okay. Do you have any sweater ideas? And how did you feel about socks? Did you enjoy doing the socks? That's my other question. To be more multi-crafting and also work through stash and minimize new craft supplies. I've reached overload, but also feel content finally to close the whole door and craft. And that's important, isn't it? Like, socializing is very important, but it's really, crafting is cathartic. Whatever your vibe is, whatever your craft is, it's cathartic. I have the most amazing friends. When I had to cancel tomorrow, a lot of them reached out and they're like, well, do you want to do something next weekend? And we normally game on the weekends. You guys know that. And we've actually had a little bit of a dry spell. We gamed this last weekend briefly, but it was the first time in about 2.5 months. And so I know that a lot of them were kind of like, oh, maybe we can game. But one of our gamers won't be here, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And so I said, can we just have a craft day? Like, whatever people want to do. And so I'm sure I've got a friend who will be there who will probably bring her knitting with her. I got another one that'll probably do the same thing. I won't bring my knitting or my crochet most likely. I'm going to bring my paints and my miniatures, and I'm going to do some miniature painting. And I believe that a few of the others will probably do the same thing, or they'll build their, 2 of them really like building those book nooks, like the little nooks that you can they're like the 3D tunnels. They've got a few of those that they love to build. So I'm sure that that will be, set up somewhere. Crafting is cathartic. Goal is to figure out a color palette with my current stash to make the crochet bedspread. Ooh, that you got from Ravelry. That'll be lovely. I would recommend taking your stash and setting it out on your bed. If it's for your bed, set it out on your bed. You made a shawl today and then found more yarn in your new storage totes that you could have used on it. Oh no. You did a 2-month sock cal and you're about burned out. You did see your snow pine, so that's on my list. And I have hand spun ready for a lip hoof cardi. I did a lip hoof too, and then I gifted it because I didn't quite like how it fit me, but I loved the colors. Like, it was such a fun piece to do. I love poofy sleeves. I'm a sucker for a poofy sleeve. We have so much going on with the move coming up. Basically, life will be crazy for the first 6 months of the year. And we just finished 6 months on a whole other level. Oh, you poor thing. So you quite frankly need the social side of life to be quiet so you can present in the moment with life. Yeah. And then you're going to want to just have quiet after that so that you can just settle in. Like, it sounds like you're going to have a very introvert year. And that's not a bad thing. Like, people need those. Gotta get some of that latte in my system so I don't get tired. This is the hardest show every year to do. Not because I don't love doing it, but because I am an old lady that likes to go to bed early. I'm like, midnight? Are you kidding me? That's crazy talk. But every year we get through it. It's great. It's so wonderful. So my mom took me out last night for my birthday, right? We went to this new restaurant in Salem called Nikia, I think is what it was called. Nikia, I don't know. But it's all like locally sourced and everything. It was delicious. The Italian was phenomenal. And then we shared plates. We had some fried Brussels sprouts that were really good. And we had some baby back ribs, Korean style. So they had like a sesame kind of fish sauce teriyaki glaze on them. They were a little salty and sweet and spicy, like very intense. So I didn't eat a lot of those. I brought those home for TK. But it was all perfect and delicious. But I had a drink called, what was it called? The Corpse Reviver, I think is what it was called. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before. I'm in love with this drink. I'm not a person who drinks a lot by any means. Like, we don't drink here. Not because we're against it, just because neither of us are, liquor. But this was, I sent a picture to TK of the ingredients because it was so tasty. He thought it was a made up drink, like somebody at the bar had made it up. It is gin, lemon juice, orange liqueur, Lillet Blanc, I don't know what that is, and a tiny dash of absinthe. It is the most, and then there's an orange twist in it. It is the most delightful drink I've ever had. I've never had gin before. I am apparently a fan of gin. Who knew? It wasn't too sweet. It was very refreshing. It wasn't too bitter or nasty in that case, and it didn't burn going down. Like, it was just I sipped it for about 2 hours. Nice, refreshing, lovely, laid back drink. I'm obsessed. Like, I want to go get the stuff to make them so I can make one for myself and I can make one for TK. You're already 5 hours past your bedtime. Mwah! Thank you for being here with us and getting through it. We got 40 minutes until we drop the ball for who are we up to? For Central time. We got East Coast taken care of, so I'm going to take them off my list. 30 seconds, not 40 seconds. Let's change that. There we go. Okay. Excellent. Whew. You're also planning to get certified for tech editing. Oh my gosh. You'd like to learn to spin at some point. Is a spinning wheel in my house taunting you. My dad is a woodworker and he's repairing it. Very cool. We have plenty of, I can't show it to you right now, but we have plenty of fiber when you decide you want to learn how to spin. I also have spinning kits, like drop spindle kits. If you decide you want to try it out before then, we do drop spindle kits. They're $50. That comes with a bump of fiber. So 4 ounces of BFL, like I'm spinning right now. I can't show you in the screen because watch what happens. So BFL, which is a very forgiving fiber for beginners, and it comes with a handmade drop spindle. My parents used to have a small business that did exclusively drop spindles. And so my father made us a bunch of beginner drop spindles that weren't heavy and awkward. They're made out of lovely wood. They're very lightweight. They're pretty to look at, but they're not over the top. So if that's something you're interested in, it comes with a little QR code so that you can, that shows you a little tutorial that we did to show you how to use your drop spindle. You're down as long as you keep crocheting and knitting, for real. Central time, whoop whoop. Just reading through this. You're seriously feel the introvert ear. This is a great way. That is a great way to put it. I'm not an introvert. I am an extrovert 90% of my life. And then sometimes like stuff happens like over and over again. So all the stuff that's happened over the holidays with us, it's just kind of sat there and gone like this, like a little hammer on my back. I'm not sad about it, but I'm a little bit in introvert mode, which is unheard of for me. So that is why people are like, what do you mean you don't want us to come over tomorrow and hang out with you? And I'm like, I just want to chill at home. I'm going to take my birthday, chill at home. Probably going to dye some yarn if I can hobble out there in a boot. Might clean my house a little bit, which sounds weird. I just want to chill at my house. Like, happy birthday to me that it's a state and federal holiday and that I always get it off. Knock on wood. Hello, Winter's Eve. You brought your towel. Yay. Here, while you're here, have some glitter. I'm just going to do that all night, you guys. It's amazing. You recommend a drop spindle. You were able to go slow and understand what was happening much better than machine or wheel at first. I do too. I prefer my wheel, but I'm very happy I learned how to spin on a drop spindle first, because a drop spindle, she's right. You get to draft and spin, or you can park and spin, or park and draft rather, which is a technique. And you're understanding what drafting is and how the spin works and how the ply works, versus trying to pedal with your feet and you've got this thing whirling, or like this one that is electric. It's just going and sucking in the fiber before you can even draft it. Like, definitely try out a drop spindle if you can. Knitting in bed is a great birthday. Ooh, that is a great birthday. I agree. So do you guys remember the hat that I was working on during the holiday show, the stocking cap? Because I had made a Santa one for TK and was like, this is a great pattern. I need to write it down and figure it out. I don't have it in here with me, but I held BKDK double together, and I do have a picture actually. I did it in Leopold, and I did it in, let me find it. There we go. There's some show and tell happening. Makes me happy. Michi, you are freaking adorable, by the way. I'm going to show that off here in a second. Where are is it my BK project? No, it was not. It was in Whips, I think. I just gotta clean this thing up. It's all over the place. Fall and winter. Stash, pattern share, works in progress. There we go. Here's the picture. So the Leopold is down here at the bottom, the yellow. It's held double. And then I held Henson and Oz with Cold as Ice, which I really liked how that marbled out. It was really neat. So I finished most of the hat. It doesn't have a palm on it, and I haven't blocked it yet. It's a little too thick. I think that it's too stiff to lay properly. I am going to block it as is and see if that helps relax it and if that makes it lay nicer. But right now I don't have high hopes in that. I think maybe I needed to go up a size in the needles in order to do it doubled. So we're going to mess around with that and see. I'm trying to make the pattern so it can accommodate hand spun as well as commercial spun yarn. Good night, JK. It was so good to see you. We love you. I really do hope that this next year goes smoothly for you guys and that the move goes well. And if I don't see a lot of you in here, I might drop you a message from time to time just to check in and see how you're doing, okay? So, love to your family. I don't know why I'm shouting. You're off to lurking in bed to sleeping. That's fair. See you all in the new year. You always take your birthday off work, get boba tea and poke, and hang out at home. Oh my God, poke sounds so good. I really want sushi. TK can't eat sushi. And there's not really a good sushi place in Salem. My mom said that to me last night. She's like, I'm surprised you didn't get sushi. And I'm like, well, there is none. Oh, she also took me to go see Wicked, which I had already gone to see on opening night with some friends, but I was pestering her like a mad child to go see it again. So we did, and she loved it because why wouldn't she? Sorry, you guys, I'm really hyper right now. I don't know why, because I'm also tired. And now I found out that it's going to be available to rent as of now for like, I don't know, $15 or $25. And TK made the mistake of walking into the room all adorable and sweet like, even though he hates musicals, and going, I'll rent it and watch it with you. I'm like, for $15 or $25, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you have signed your death warrant, sir. So I'm not going to force him, but I'm going to force him. I might let him break it up into 2 nights. It is 3 hours long for the first part. So we might do this the way that he and I did Cleopatra, where we break it up into a few nights. I don't think we'll do it into more than 2 nights, because that'd be an hour and a half each, basically, give or take a little bit. I think that'd be fine. $20 to rent. There it is. Hey, Jep, Mom loved it. She thought it was really good. I call it slap happy, tired but energetic. That is me every day of my life. Slap happy. I love it. I don't know why I retracted your message. We are going for a 3rd time to see it tomorrow. We didn't realize it was being released digital. It is indeed. Is it the sing-along? So, Michi, yes, it includes the sing-along and the option. So the option for the sing-along and deleted scenes as well, which is the biggest reason I'm like, yes, I will go ahead and rent it for $20, is deleted scenes. I don't know what you deleted because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but please give them to me. Oh, you already watched the deleted scenes? Doesn't like musicals? Has he seen Repo's Agenda? No, he does not like musicals. And we figured out why. Okay, so here, this is legit. When the music for Hamilton came out, TK was actually really excited about it because he loves old 70s and 80s funk and hip hop. He also loves punk. But like, he likes all music. Like, he's all over the board, and it's all really good and eclectic and lovely. But he likes the story behind hip hop, right? And what it came from. And so when Hamilton came out, he was like, this is really awesome. You have this musical that is drenched in hip hop, basically. And so when we were in the pandemic and Disney Plus did their Hamilton, not movie, but movie for the live, the live version, which, by the way, is filmed beautifully. It's like really great. He agreed to go see it with me. Like, I set it up so our house became a theater. We had an intermission. I made little fake tickets and a little fake playbill. I charged him, I think, Monopoly money, like $5 Monopoly money for a water, like just shit like that. We dressed up and sat on our couch. I had the thing on my phone so I could dim the lights. It was very sweet. So we watched it. We got to intermission, and he's sitting on the couch. I'm like, how do you like it? And he's like, it's good. I was like, yeah, it's good. And he looks at me, he's like, but I know why I don't like musicals. It's because they're aggressive. They're so over the top. They're screaming in my face, and they're dancing, and they're flailing their hands along. I was like, oh, it's a lot of stimulation. Yeah, it's a lot. He's like, it's a lot. It's a little too much for me. It's a lot too much for me. So I get that. And I can respect that. And I truly appreciate when there are musicals that come out that I am absolutely in love with or have followed my whole life, such as Wicked. Joe or Jep can attest to that he's willing to watch it with me, not because he thinks he's going to like it, but because it's supportive of me. He likes some older musicals, right? He watched the revival or the remake of West Side Story with me. I thought it was wonderful, by the way. I always had issues with the original. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate that he is supportive of it. You haven't seen any new ones in a long time, but you do love a good musical. Go see Wicked or rent it. It's so good. It is only the first half, though, and that's okay. I know it's a long first half, but there's nothing you can cut out. Like, what they did is perfect. Only one I love is Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera. I do indeed. I think he loves Paint Your Wagon, or at least, can appreciate Paint Your Wagon. He had me watch, there's a lot of really old musicals I had never watched, like The Unsinkable Molly Brown. We watched that together. Annie, Get Your Gun, like stuff like that. where they're not really in your face the way that a lot of stage musicals are these days, or even newer stuff on screen because there's so many flashing lights and stuff. A lot of those are calmer to a degree. I hate Seven Brides for Seven Brothers because, oh my God, you're kidnapping people. What the fuck? Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I love Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And I will tell you, this is on a totally different tangent. If you tell me that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Best Little Whorehouse in Texas isn't a Christmas movie, then your reasoning is BS because there's technically a Christmas scene in there. So you can watch either of those at Christmas. Thank you very much. It has Clint Eastwood. How could you guys not like it? I don't hate Paint Your Wagon. I don't. I think Paint Your Wagon is hilarious. For one thing, Clint Eastwood can't sing to save his life. But the premise behind it is amazing. You love going downtown in Seattle to Fifth Avenue to see shows with my aunt. And the theater on Fifth is gorgeous. That's where I saw Phantom of the Opera. So like it's got all this gold, at least it used to, I don't know if it still does, all this beautiful like gold inlay. It almost looks like an old, Chinatown type theater from like the 50s or something, or even the 40s. It's just gorgeous. Did he say he doesn't like it? Let me see. I lived for years where they filmed it. Did you really? I didn't know that. All knowing is TK, for those of you who are wondering. I'm sitting here gushing about him. I didn't even know he was talking in chat. I love it. Happy New Year indeed, Crochet. You're working on the ribbing of a sleeve, hovering a bag of chips, drinking a Diet Coke, and watching Boss Kitty on my big screen. Happy New Year. Yes. Happy New Year. Your point the other day, too. While You Were Sleeping is not considered a Christmas movie, but have a Christmas party scene. Then consider it a Christmas movie. If you're going to tell me that Die Hard is a Christmas movie because it happens to take place at Christmas, you can't take that excuse away for any other movie. Really? I didn't know you ever lived there. How do I not know these things? Also, how did you afford to live there? The second Joker movie is actually considered a musical. I haven't seen it yet. Or it is a musical. Does it take place? Are we talking about the Christmas thing or are we talking about the musical thing? I'm all over the place.
Having a Christmas scene does not count.
Oh, he's going to fight me on this.
Die Hard took place during a Christmas party.
Oh my gosh. The fact that it was a Christmas party
From
was
beginning to end.
It was mentioned once. It could have been any type of party past that.
Down to the lobby, there's a giant tree.
We're going to fight. This will be what divorces us. Although, in his defense, do you want to go get it? It's on the tree. Whether or not I agree that it is a Christmas movie, I buy him a Christmas ornament every year, or I make a Christmas ornament for him every year. Holiday ornament. We've got 11 or 12 of them at this point. There's one on the tree that he went to go get to prove his point that I picked out and got for him. But it's because I know him and I love him. Okay. It is a Nakatomi Plaza 1988 Christmas party ornament. It looks like one of those tacky little ornaments that you would have, like the crystal. It's plastic, but the crystal ornaments that you would have got back in the 80s and 90s. So I got this off Etsy like 5 years ago, I think. It's one of his favorite ornaments. Oh, fighting words. Hi, Elena. How are you? Happy New Year. So, yeah, that's the thing. And see the beauty someday. Happy birthday, BK. And New Year from the East Coast. I'm dealing with oh, no. Well, Happy New Year to you as well. You can have some glitter because we love you. I'm sorry that your doggos are unhappy, though. This is a rough time for animals. I know we're a little nervous to see what happens this evening because we've got Zuzu and she's very skittish about stuff like that. Oh, I have a machine gun now. Fine, I get what you're saying, but still, I mean, come on. But they're two of your favorite Christmas movies. And While You Were Sleeping, like, literally takes place over Christmas. The whole entire movie does. You know, I guess people consider Love Actually a Christmas movie, right? And I mean, that's over Christmas, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to lose this fight. We're changing the subject. That's what I've decided. I can do that because it's my show and it's going to be my birthday soon and because I'm a bossy little Capricorn pants. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to make sure I don't want to miss. We got a little less than half an hour. So let's go over some stuff real quickly. What have we talked about tonight? We've talked about the cosplay. So if you have a bathrobe, if you have a towel, all you need to do is put that bathrobe on, throw that towel around your neck, get somebody to take a picture of you and stick that picture in our Discord under the Don't Panic Cosplay Contest. You're dressing as Arthur Dent from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because I will be 42 at midnight tonight. And 42 is like nerd heaven. It is a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And so we're doing an Arthur Dent cosplay or vibe play, whatever you want to call it, contest. And we will be giving away two, not one, but two gift cards for $42 each to bosskittyshop.com. One of them will be randomly selected, and that one will happen right after we drop the ball for Central Time. So like in half an hour. And the second one will be after Mountain Time. And TK is going to select that one. Gremlins is totally... Well, shit. Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Okay, fine. You win. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I walked right into that one. There's a whole spiel about Santa in the chimney, though. Come on. Or her dad. I don't know. Her dad in the chimney. Ugh. Unfair. Unfair, kids. Ugh. Oh, you know what? Let's actually see if we have some other... I want to see if we've got some other cosplay in here. I know we have at least one. Don't Panic Cosplay. So I'm going to go through all these again. If you've seen some of them, my apologies. If not, you get to see them all. So this is what I'm talking about right here. We've got Fox Goddess in her robe and her towel. Ginger in her robe and towel. We've got Elizabeth with her robe, her Pikachu towel, and her TARDIS tea mug. Miss Monster has got her beanie on, which I love. Her wizard robe and her wizard bathrobe and her towel. Spiderbot's got her Star Trek towel and her Star Trek bathrobe on. Here's another one, Fox Goddess. She's also got a themed crochet hook that says "Don't Panic." D. Renee is in her towel and bathrobe. And then Michi has her her bathrobe on. She doesn't have a towel, but she has a shawl with her. And I feel like that counts. You can use it as a head wrap. You can throw it over your body so things don't know you're there. Like there's a million things you can do with it, just like a towel. So I'm going to take that one. It's clever. It's outside of the box. I appreciate it. And also remember, my loves, that we are still doing show and tell. So I want to see 3 things that you did this year that you are super proud of. Get those things in there. I'm very excited to check those out this year. Let's celebrate. Ginger asked a great question. Does the random winner of the cosplay need to be in chat to win? I'm likely to be passed out by 10 or so. No, I will reach out to whoever wins the 2 cosplays via Discord because they're in Discord. And then generally they've got about a week to get back to me. If I don't hear from them and I can't send them anything, then we go on to the next person. Awesome tea mug. Moonbow is Fox Goddess. Cool hook and head towel. I know, it's all great. Oh, it is your head towel. It's brilliant. I love it. Oh, you crocheted a head towel? Why is that amazing? That's so cool. We're going to do a little bit of confetti. What if I do both confettis at the same time? Oh my God, it worked. Too much confetti. Gremlins is a Christmas movie because the main topic was a Christmas gift. That's Steph. My brother clearly has very strong feelings on this. I feel like you should write a paper and send it into like a scientific journal, Joe. Like you've got this down to a science. No pun, every pun intended. That's what you did for your 42nd birthday this year too. What did you do? I want to see. I missed it. Now I'm looking for it. While you were sleeping, yep. I turned 42 in November and definitely rewatched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. We actually just bought a very fancy copy of the book. Like really nice, and I think I'm gonna reread it. Disco Fibers, thank you so much. So just a quick reminder to everybody, head over to discofibers.com. Pirate, if you can go ahead and throw that link in there, that would be great. We are working with them to do their mini skein. They do a mini skein club where you can be an annual member, and every month you can get 3 skeins or 5 mini skeins of that artists of the month. So January is Boss Kitty. You would get 3 or 5 skeins, mini skeins of Boss Kitty kitty glitter yarn, depending on what level you pick. And it's a steal of a deal, you guys. So you get 3 mini skeins a month for 12 months at $119, or you get 5 mini skeins a month for 12 months at $179. You get to try out new dyers, get new types of yarn that you wouldn't get to try before, and you get to do it at a fraction of what it would normally cost. Disco Fibers is so cool. You guys get to try new stuff, and it's affordable. It's all about creating and promoting community, and we're here for that. So Zeb, have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. Mwah. I'll see you later. The books are good, but the first one, the one the movie is based on, is my favorite. It's my favorite too. For sure. 9:44. We got 15 whole minutes, you guys. It is so warm in here. Whew. I'm going to take this towel. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fan myself with it, because this is the whole point of having a towel in the universe, is you find different things to do with it, right? Like it's a lifesaver. I'm sure I could dip it in water and make it cool, and that would be great too, but I'm not about to do that. You've had the complete works of Douglas Adams, but it got water damaged 2 years ago and was beyond saving. Oh no. Didn't you guys have a flood? I think I remember hearing about that. I'm sorry that got ruined, though. That's a bummer. I'm clearly very thirsty tonight. Okay, what else did we talk about? Oh, I was going to do some Vogon poetry. You guys ready? Oh, freddled grunt bugly, thy McChurchins are to me as plurged gabbled touchlets, I can't even say that, on a lurgard bee, that mordicily hath blurted out its earthed girdles grumbling into a rancid, festering, confectious organ squealer. I hope you're all moaning and screaming at this point. Now the gerbling slagid, agroceless, and slurping haggardly up the axle groots, and living glupless, frat and stipulate, like jowling meted liver slime. Group, I implore thee, my funtig turlicodromes, and hooptitiously drangle me with crinkly bindle wordles, or else I shall rend thee in the gobberwats with my blur grunchly on. See if I don't. I'm glad you all liked it. You love Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. Ooh. Not food. You love not food. Okay. I was a little confused. I was like, sure, we'll go with it. Is it a recipe book? Pipe froze and leaked unnoticed for, oh my gosh. Your poor auto subtitles are so sad right now. They're like, I don't know what this girl is saying, but it is not okay. These are not real words. I shouldn't find myself nearly as funny as I find myself, but here we are. And this is not just an adult thing. When I was a kid, I used to tell dumb jokes and I would laugh myself until I peed my pants. Uh, I can't believe I just admitted that, but here we are for real. Like, I thought I was so funny. Yeah, that was amazing. I will never read that again. That is incredibly hard to read. I'm like, are these real? These are not real words. I can't pronounce them. Nobody's supposed to be able to pronounce these words. Truth. Chep is like, yes, this is a real thing that she's saying. And they've always been bad jokes. They've always been punnerific, terrible jokes. Check her for other signs of stroke. They're like, your streamer's having a stroke. Call the doctor quickly. 911. What's your emergency? She's speaking in tongues. So this I'm going to be eventually plying with some of the superfloof that I have in Forest Park. I'm a little nervous, you guys. This has been up on the table now since the holiday show, and I don't know where my orifice hook went. It's got to be around here somewhere because it hasn't moved, but it's the first time that it's not been with my wheel since I got it, and it's stressing me out a little bit. Be warned, around 45, you'll start peeing your pants when you sneeze sometimes. Oh my gosh. So depressing. I'm going to call TK out. He doesn't pee his pants when he sneezes. Don't worry, TK. But we will be driving somewhere and he will very quickly be like, we have to stop at this Fred Meyer or this shop or whatever. I'm like, why? And he's like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, you can't hold it. And he's like, nope, I got to go to the bathroom. I have to go now. So we have to stop. Like, and I used to make fun of him about it, but I'm starting to understand. Like, I am slowly starting to understand this. I've been doing that since 25. Kids will do that to you. Yes, for sure. It's one of the beautiful gifts they give you. Thanks, Mom. What else do we have coming up in 2025? Oh yeah. Okay, 2025. So aside from classes, we have our spring box set, which is our big box set, right? And this is really funny because we were just talking about this kind of earlier. This year's big spring box set, which is usually a double set, right? It's show tunes, kids. It's musicals. I haven't named it yet. It's probably going to be like Jazz Hands or something. But we're doing musicals. And initially my thought process is, oh, we'll have a box set that is stage musicals and we'll have a box set that is TV. That is like silver screen musicals. But that's not really a real thing. There are not that many movie musicals that were not originally stage musicals. Not a lot of them. So it doesn't really work. And I don't like the idea of having to not use, like, let's take Chicago as an example. I don't like the idea of saying Chicago's in the stage box. Therefore, I can't take any inspiration from the movie. Like, I don't like that. So I haven't figured out what the difference between the two will be. Maybe it'll be, 1940 to 1980 and 1980 up, because that's around the time that musicals kind of took a turn. You went from the Roger and Hammerstein kind of, a little more vanilla and good-hearted and Sound of Music-y, right? And then you got into more of the Phantom of the Opera and Les Mis and Miss Saigon and, the darker stuff. Not darker, but grittier stuff. And then you kind of got back into the whimsical, but it still had a lot of that edge to it. Wicked is a perfect example of that. So that might be how we differentiate the two. I don't know yet. We haven't figured it out, but it is going to be musicals. I'm having the last laugh as my daughter's now understanding about peeing her pants. That's fantastic. On a road trip, seriously. Is it stuck in a skein of floof? Is what stuck in a 45? Wait, I'm so confused. What's stuck in a skein of floof? West East Side Story. Based on books or not. Yeah, so that's an option as well for sure. Because there are a lot of them out there that are obviously based off books. So I haven't figured out how that's going to be separated, if you will. If you're a Patreon, we will be working on what the 2 Patreon exclusive colorways are going to be. So those votes will start to go up probably in February so that we can start working on that. I know TK plans on starting the work for the label fairly soon. We want to get this done in advance this time around. We want to be on the ball with this one so that if something terrible happens like RSV or a broken ankle or something crazy, we're not behind like we are at the moment, right? So that's the plan there. And then we also have the mini skein set that will be dropping. That's patron exclusive. If you are an annual subscriber at the Cult of Con level, or if you are an annual subscriber at the Hazel's Heroes level, you get a free set of mini skeins. Whatever the mini skein theme is, you get those mini skeins. Those we'll start voting on because the patrons get to vote on those as well, and what the theme is, what they're supposed to look like, all that kind of stuff. We'll start voting on those probably in March. The box set usually gets dropped around April or May. The mini skeins will be dropped in June, July, I believe. So that's the plan there. Currently, we have 2 trunk shows scheduled for next year at the moment. We'll have more, obviously. For Local Yarn Shop Day, we will be in Washington. We will be at A Little Nitty. We're very excited. We haven't been to Jen's new shop yet. I hear it's beautiful and very big. So we're celebrating there with her. And then in June, we're very excited on Knit in Public Day. We will be making a trip to Sonoma, California. Never been. And we will be going to Noma Knits. They are a new shop with us. They are now carrying Boss Kitty yarn. They're very excited to host us for a trunk show. And we're very excited to go there. Currently, the only other shows that we have that are like for sure is Oregon Flock and Fiber. I mean, we haven't filled up our schedule for 2025 yet. We have Oregon Flock and Fiber. That's usually in September, although official dates have not been posted yet, I believe. We did apply for Flock in Seattle for August. And I really, really wanted to do the show. I've had a lot of vendors and a lot of you guys tell me that they thought that that show was perfect for us and vice versa. And we thought so too. I know that they got a lot of applications and unfortunately we were not selected. So we will not be at Flock unless, I guess we're on a wait list or something. So unless something happens, unfortunately we will not be at that show. So my Seattle peeps, I apologize profusely. We will try again next year. Ooh, we got 5 minutes, you guys. It's very exciting. A little low on my champagne here, TK. He usually hates me by the time this night's over. The hooker for my data. Yes. It is a bummer for sure. And it was quite the blow. Like I was, it was really a lot. Is it stuck in, it might be, I don't think so, but that's a good idea. It was really, I was taken back by it, but I'm good. We're good. It's fine. It's totally fine. 3 more hours for you. Oh my gosh, really? 10, 11, 12. Winter's Eve, where the hell are you? That's crazy impressive. Synchronizing. Don't synchronize. Tell me what times they are. Don't tell me you're synchronizing. Give me the times. There we go. I was like, oh my goodness. We're so close, you guys. 4 minutes and counting. Type out, absolutely. I'll have a sip for all of you guys. Okay. So if you are in our Central Standard Time, we're getting ready. So whatever little things that you need to say to 2024, say them now because they're not going to be around much longer. You want to blow them kisses. You want to tell them to get the F out. Whatever it is that you need to get off your chest, now is the time to do it. Do you need something to... No, oh, you guys. I meant if somebody else backs out, if they find that they have extra space, whatever. I know last year there was an influx. Not that I'm hoping this happens. There was an influx in COVID, and so that I know some vendors dropped at that point, and then everybody still got COVID because other vendors were like, "I'm not leaving," which I get, I guess. But that happens at any event, truthfully. So who knows? Alaska. That's oh. So do you live in the part of Alaska where you have a time where it's like dark basically all the time and a time where it's like sunshiny all the time? I'm just curious because I'm fascinated by that. I don't think I want to experience it. That seems very exhausting on both ends. Still fascinated. I don't think TK is watching the show. That's okay. But yeah, that's what we've got going on in 2025. And I am super stinking stoked about it. And right now, I am just wasting time because I can't really get into anything else with you guys because we have less than 2 minutes before we start dropping balls again. I might run into the other room to get the champagne. We'll see. Listen, Elizabeth. You can't say that in here because they can use that as evidence later on. Oh my goodness. Hello, TK. You're just in time, sir. It's invisible. That's perfect. Do you want a tip? That's your tip. Ooh, rude. We're so close, you guys. I'm just gonna stick my finger on this little button here so I don't screw it up this time. And you told me not to count with it, right? To keep my dirty mouth shut.
Well, you put the headphone up here and count along with it.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Okay. We're so close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, it's here, 2025, Central Time Zone. Congratulations. Goodbye, 2024. Hello, 2025. Please don't suck. We really need you not to suck, right? But like I said earlier, you know what? It's a brand new spanking year. Everything's shiny. Nothing bad has happened at this point. Embrace it. Like, this is the best part because there's nothing negative you can look at the moment. You're with good friends. You are hanging out with us. Cheers to the Central Time Zone. You know, as I said earlier, here's to another year of great community and to new friends and to new ideas and just being supportive of each other. Community should be the word for 2025. Cheers. Piss off 2024. I love you all so much. Like, I feel so special and honored that I have people that are part of my community across the country that I get to celebrate with, that I get to see to some degree, right? Like I don't mean this in a creepy, dirty way, but we all get to touch each other, not physically, but emotionally. This sounds really weird. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I keep trying to tell people, you need to focus on your community. You need to focus on the people around you. And that doesn't just mean physically here in one spot. And be kind to those people and work with those people, because if you can't focus on that and make that strong, then making the rest of the country and the rest of the world a better place is kind of, it's just not going to happen, you know? But if everybody's doing that, then you've got these deep, strong roots, and that's what you start things on. So, oh, thank you. I know I get to turn 42 like 4 times. It's crazy. So cheers to you guys. I love you all so much. And if you're going to bed now, good night. And I totally understand. Have some more glitter. Oh my gosh. Here's to a new year, new beginnings, and fond memories of the past. Good night, Bubbles. We love you. See you in 2025. Okay, and then there were 2. We've got Mountain Standard and Pacific Standard, you guys. That's it. Pacific time and mountain time. Technically, I was in mountain time for Three Loves. I was in Idaho, and it was amazing. If you've never been to Three Loves in Idaho and you're in that area, check it out because that store is so cool. I love it. They're super inviting. They have these beautiful windows. Um, no, I play the fireworks. I'll do it again though. Have some more fireworks. These are doggo and kitty cat safe fireworks. Boo! Boo! Yeah, aren't they lovely? I rented this whole space for a party and then forgot that I had the stream that I had to do, so I canceled the party, couldn't get the refund, and decided just to do the stream in this very nice skyscraper. But what other shops did we visit in 2024? We went to, and this is where Disco Fiber works actually. We went to Hook and Needle. So you can talk to him, like he does stuff there. He does like crochet classes and stuff that you can sign up for, and they're beautiful and amazing and fantastic. That shop is the Bee's Knees. They are in Vancouver, Washington. Also incredibly inclusive and inviting. We're going to be working with them in the future, doing more trunk shows and events. They're carrying Boss Kitty yarn at this point. That shop, oh my God, I love it so much. So I purchased a print there. They don't just do yarn and fiber and, you know, tools and stuff, but they have like fiber inspired art. And I got this beautiful print of like this Baba Yaga inspired woman. Not really a woman. It's just more kind of like a crone raven, I think. It's very folk looking. And she's knitting or spinning or sewing. I don't remember which it is because I don't have it near me. I need to get it framed so I can put it up in the studio. I love it so much. I don't usually buy prints at places like that, but it was too good to pass up. Happy birthday, and I'm off to my poof of air in the living room. Good night, Tai Pow, and thank you so much for spending the evening with us. Happy New Year, and thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Oh, Bubbles, thank you. Thank you, Moonbow. I hope that it's amazing for all of us as well. Abby, good night to you as well, and Happy New Year. Dawn K, thank you. Happy New Year. Oh, this is the best. I get to say Happy New Year personally to people throughout the evening. And it's nice because we're kind of watching other viewers start to dwindle down as we get to closer and closer to the West Coast. That's perfectly fine because we're just having a good time. I am warm though. Oh my gosh, it's warm in here. That's all the champagne. I'm positive. So yeah, where else did we go? So we went to Hook and Needle in Vancouver. We went to Three Loves. We did Fancy Work in Bend. It's a great shop. If you're going to be in Bend, Fancy Work is the yarn shop to go to. They have a nice selection of some very local dyers as well as some other stuff. And the owner there is a wonderful person. So definitely check them out. Where else? We hit up Cozy at the very beginning of the year. I love Cozy so much. We love spending time out there. It's probably the place that we do most of our, I've had more trunk shows at Cozy than any other shop. And we keep going back there because it's just, I love them so much. Karen is phenomenal. The community out there is great. We never have a disappointing time or a bad time. We always have a ton of fun. We always get new followers from them. She's been carrying our yarn for years now. I think she's probably our longest wholesale team up. I don't know if that's a real word. We've done exclusive colorways for her before. I love Karen and I love that shop. It's one of my favorite shops, hands down. We did not do a trunk show at Wild Knits this year, but we are still in Wild Knits. So if you're in the Salem area, check them out too. Oh shit, it's gift card time. Thank you. TK is not wrong. So thank you, TK. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at our contestants one last time. See if we have any new ones. It doesn't look like we do. So the way we're going to do this, I've got all my contestants here. Okay. We're going to bring this over here. You can still see my contestants. Yeah. Excellent. So I am going to go ahead and get my wheel up and put names in it. You guys can't see me doing this part of it, but I'm doing it. Actually, I probably should do this the other way so you can watch me put names up. So we'll have this up real quickly like so. I'll bring this over here. Let me make sure you can see that. Boop, boop, boop. Do, 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 do. Yes, excellent. So over here, I'm going to write names down. I've got Fox Goddess. I've got D Ginger Kid. And it's okay if they're not spelled perfectly because I've got them in here and I can figure it out later. We have Elizabeth, 84. I love the look on your face in that picture, Elizabeth. We have a Miss Monster. We have Spiderbot. And we've got D. Renee, 28.
Say thank you to Kim.
I can't see what Kim did. What did Kim do? I'm supposed to say thank you to Kim, and I don't know why because I can't see anything at the moment. Okay, let me see real quick. Just popping in for a minute to say hi, Happy New Year, because I will be asleep at midnight. Pretending I'm singing. Oh, thank you, Kim. Kim is my mother-in-law. It's so good to see you, and thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year. Okay, so these are our contestants. I'm going to go ahead and click to spin. Are we ready? Let's do this, kids. Okay. Our winner is D. Renee. Congratulations to D. Renee. Oh my gosh. D. Renee, go ahead. I will reach out to you and get you your $42 gift card. Thank you so much for participating. And we're glad to say thank you with a $42 gift card to celebrate 42 years with Boss Kitty. That's me. Been around for 42 years. We will be picking another contestant or another winner in about an hour. TK is actually going to pick a winner. So stick around for that. And once again, congrats. D. Renee, if you're in here right now, and I don't know if you are, when I reach out to you, I will need an email address that I can send the gift card to. Congratulations. So exciting. Okay. I think we're probably going to go ahead and do show and tell as well, just because I want people to be able to show their stuff off. So let's go ahead and do show and tell. Let me get that up real quickly. Excellent. And we'll go over show and tell now. And then if we have extra stuff later on, I'll go over show and tell again. So Elizabeth, we've got top 3 projects from Elizabeth. Valentine's washcloth hearts. That's these right here. They're so cool, you guys. The woven look on the bottom is really, really neat. I love all of the colors. We have 416 polar bear faces for kids' school, the kids' school. I remember when you were making these. They were so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of dedication right there. And then we have the Halloween shawl with a mix of Boss Kitty and Hobie yarn. That's right. I remember when you were doing this too. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so big. I love it so much. These are great projects. You should be incredibly proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Miss Fox Goddess, 3 things I'm proud of making this year is the bookish wrap. Made it today and busted out some stash. This is the neatest thing. Number one, I'm amazed that you made it in one day. But I love the black that goes all the way through it. Like the color on this is so cool. So that I can be my friendly, bubbly, fun self throughout this late night celebration. I took a pregame nap too. My first yarn on the drop spindle. Oh my goodness. This is from Moonbow, you guys. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So I'm so happy for you on this. Like you really took to spinning and it makes me so happy. So she's got some Boss Kitty colorways in here. And they look at that. This is first time spinning. They're beautiful, you guys. Winter's Eve, you can go ahead and post. We'll keep going. And then a not modified, not bad pattern to make a sunflower for my mom. Oh, that's so lovely. Do you know what I really love about the sunflower the most is the change in color in the actual middle of it, the brown. It has this reddish brown down at the bottom right here, and then it changes into a deeper brown. And I don't know if that's just the light or if that was intentional, but it's my favorite part. Okay. D. Renee, our winner of our Arthur Dent cosplay, finished my Go-Go Dynamo shawl tonight. That was the goal I had to finish in 2024, and you succeeded. Oh my God, those colors are amazing. She's got some lovely greens and pinks and whites in there, and there's so much going on with the shawl. I've never seen this pattern before. Is it a Stephen West shawl? I'd be amazed if it's not, because that's clearly what it looks like. It's beautiful, and you should be very proud of it. Second is my mini rose bush that we thought died last year, but you were able to bring it back and then some. Wow. I love how viney it is. Yeah, I'd be proud of this too. I got a few rose bushes in the back that I'm crossing my fingers for. Took a NyQuil, but wanted to stop by and say Happy New Year. Don't worry, just a cold. Love to all. Good night. Tina, good night, and Happy New Year to you as well. We love you. Good night, sweetheart. Feel better. And then my Emery shawl in BKDK. You did it! I didn't know you had done it. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So she did Polka's art in this. It's got Leopold in it, and then it's got Henson and Oz. You guys, it's so pretty. I love this shawl so much, seriously. I know Cerulean Orchid just changed their name to Positively Yarny. So definitely check out Positively Yarny's stuff. She makes the most beautiful, amazing crocheted patterns. Bubbles, number 1, keeping track of brioche and short rows for a cardigan. That's what she's most proud of this year. That is a really, really big thing to be proud of. Brioche is rough. And if you lose track, man, hooey. So this is a great goal to have. Mr. Bubbles made some cinnamon rolls for us to eat tomorrow morning. He'll make the cream cheese frosting in the morning. Ooh, that's what I should have asked for. I asked for bagels and then I forgot to get salmon for them because, you know, whatever. You were double stranding shades of brown changed to darker combos, so you got the edge. It's beautiful, Moonbow. D. Renee is me. Yes, it is the Stephen West MCAL for 2024. Dawn, perfect. And we'll get you that $42 gift card too. And then went to a crafty movie night with my knit friends earlier this month. Always love getting to do these. That looks like a lot of fun. I want to do something like that. Like that seems like a lot of fun to me. Do they leave? So they leave the lights on so you guys can see. That's very cool. Miss Monster, I'm proud of actually making something out of my handspun, but the thing I'm most proud of is getting a promotion at work. Yay for no longer taking phone calls. Tomorrow I'll be casting on a blanket using the tea set. This is so, I know I don't know if Miss Monster's still in here. I think she is. This is so beautiful. I've been watching you make this and spinning it, and it's just, I love the gradient in it, and you did a great job. And then here's the tea set that she's starting the blanket on. I'm really excited about that. I love this yarn in the background too, by the way. Oh, very, very, very stoked for you. And congratulations on the promotion. It's such a great feeling when you're recognized at work. Wandering Bear moved to Alaska. Congratulations. Made a tank, finished my kid's sweater, and learned felting. So here's the felting. The fact that you just learned felting this year, and like you've got like the light on the little berries and everything for your holly, and there's texture on the holly where the vine is or the vein is. That is some talent right there. You are welcome, my dear. Moving to Alaska. I've never been. It's beautiful. Oh my God, I miss snow, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I wish we had some snow here right now. And then this is the sweater for the kiddo. The kiddo looks like they are very happy with their sweater. I hope that's the correct case. That's you. It is you, Mrs. Winter's Eve. Your kid looks wonderful in this sweater. And then here you are in your tank top, which also looks great on you. Do you know how hard it is to get sweaters and tank tops to fit like individual bodies? And both of these look spectacular. This is the tin can knit sweater, isn't it? Oh, I hope they wear it all the time. Michi, I crocheted a ton this year, but I am most proud of the cardigan I designed for my secret sister at work. So yeah, no pattern, you guys. This is fully designed by her, which amazing. I love the sleeves and where they come in on this. Then I designed a hat and replicated my late mama's crochet stitch blanket. I call it my mama stitch, pineapple cluster stitch. And you crocheted at least one pair of socks. This is beautiful. I love the idea that you took something that your mother, who's gone, had created and recreated it yourself in her honor. Like it's like having a little piece of her with you, which I think is just wonderful. And these socks are so fabulous. I tried crocheting socks and it is not easy, you guys. It is not easy at all. Moss. My first tapestry piece that I'm currently turning into a pillow as a gift for a friend. No weenies allowed. I can't do tapestry pieces. Like this is magic to me. You should be proud of this. The fact that this is your first and you were able to do like the funky little W's and everything, like it doesn't look messy. It doesn't look like you don't have loose stitches around the edges like a lot of people do. This is spot on work. Good job. The next chart that I'm going to start just after midnight, is a Nosferatu chart. Love it. The thing I'm most proud of is the final grade got on my college psych class this term after having a rather bad year last year. 92.97%. Hot freaking damn. Have some glitter for that one. Miss Crochet hooked a wrap that I made as a gift. My first patchwork sweater, my beautiful baby girl. Harley doing skincare while watching Boss Kitty in her Bob Ross t-shirt. The shawl is gorgeous. I love the strands on it. I can't think. Tassels, fringe is the word I'm looking for. I know everything is just over the top amazing. And this is what I was looking for. I wanted this positivity and it's great. I love this patchwork sweater so much. I love the colors you chose for it. It kind of makes me think of Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, but not too much. And then this is awesome. I love the Bob Ross shirt. And I love that she's doing like a purple face mask. Lush has a blueberry face mask it's my favorite. Wandering Bear, here are your beautiful, beautiful mitts, and they are lovely. You should be very, very proud of these. Seriously. You guys, this is just so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's turn that inset off. What a great show and tell. Like, seriously, I love that we did our show. We went out strong for 2024 with our show and tell. That was, you guys get some old school confetti for that one. That was just great. Oh my goodness. What time is it? 10:19. We got 45 minutes until we drop some more balls. So warm. Whew. Give me some water real quickly. So tell me, what do you all want to see from Boss Kitty next year? It can be in the shop. It can be trunk shows. It can be vendor events. It can be different types of shows like this, like live streams. I just want to hear what you guys want to see from Boss Kitty next year. That's what I want to hear about. I want to hear the things that you want to see so that we can try to incorporate some of them, because we really do like to try to make this a business for the community. Everyone's makes are always great. Like, this group is just so talented. Whew, my ankle is starting to throb a little bit. I got to adjust a little bit because I got to get my ankle up. So what's happening right now is that I am actually at a standing desk sitting in a high chair. You guys can't see it. Not like a baby high chair, but like a high-rise chair. There's no way to put anything under the desk. So for normally my feet just dangle and it's not a problem. There's like a rim on the bottom of the chair and they can sit on that. It's not a big deal. But right now with the ankle already swollen, like, it's not great for it. So I've got a little thing I can kind of put it on to get it up elevated a little bit, but we'll get through it. It'll be great. TK trying to die. That is actually a thing that's going to happen this year. That's actually a thing that's going to happen in January is I get to start showing TK how to dye yarn. He's very excited about it. He hasn't dyed yarn up to this point, and that is all on me. I have a very hard time giving up parts of this business to other people. It's a very silly thing. It's not that I don't trust TK. It's my baby. That part of it is my baby. And so, I think subconsciously it's hard for me to say, here, do some of this. But you gotta. We're getting to a point where I absolutely have to do that. So, in other words, I guess what I'm saying is, Elizabeth, wish granted. Okay, kiddos, I think that the towel for now has to come off because I am so warm. We'll put it back on here in a little bit, but for now, it's coming off. I think I can maybe keep the robe on for the time being. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Good job. What else do you guys want to see? We've talked about classes. I told you about the box sets that are coming out. You love the lives. You love promoting your favorite dyers on Instagram. Can there be more pics of your beautiful yarn on Instagram so they can be shared? Ooh, Moonbow, that's a great question. So part of the reason that we are taking a small hiatus in January is in hopes that we can get new photos of our product because the shop needs to be updated. I can't guarantee that all the photos will be changed out or that the photos will be changed out by January because yarn has to be dyed as well. Excuse me. And we are a little behind, obviously. But I can tell you that that is one of the goals for 2024 and or 2025, and it's a goal for the early part of 2025, is to change out all of the yarn pictures and maybe get some marketing photos and promotional shots as well. So yes, that is a plan. We actually have a lovely light box we bought last year that we just never used. I think we're going to try to put that into play. It's difficult because you see a lot of really beautiful pictures out there where they incorporate rosemary in the picture or like flowers or herbs, or poof balls and things like that if it's more fun and playful. And we've tried that in the past and it takes away from the yarn. It's too much. It's very very distracting. But for some reason some of these companies, they're really good at making it work. Like it looks great. So I think we're going to probably play with a few things and see what we can create to make a photo that entices you to the yarn. It doesn't take away from the yarn, but helps to spotlight it, I guess is a good way to put it, and makes you want to reach out and touch it or the fiber. You love so that's the plan there. Definitely the new photos are big on the list. Well, this is great. So far, the things that you guys are asking for are already things that we planned on doing. So, I mean, well, we're good. Oh my goodness. Okay. What else, my loves? We are going to try to do some dye. I am determined to finish knitting a scarf as my first knitting project and to actually use it no matter how janky it turns out. I love janky scarves. Like, those are the best types of scarves. They are usually the softest and snuggliest, and they're the ones you're the most proud of. The first project I ever knit was a pair of fingerless gloves, and I don't have them anymore. I wish I did. They were knit flat, and then you stitch them up the side, right? They're so janky, like really janky. They had big holes in them. I dropped stitches. It was all over the place. And I do wish that I had kept them instead of, my fingers are getting swollen, you guys. I have to take my rings off. I do wish that I had kept them instead of getting rid of them, especially as a teacher, because I think people get really frustrated when they create things and they don't look like what's in the book, or what really what's in the book, what your instructors show you, what's in the book, that type of thing. They don't look like what they see in their head, and so they are really hard on themselves about that, and you shouldn't be. You should embrace those imperfections because it's just your way of learning. Fiber's the same way. Like, this is not the finest spun, but this is a fairly even spun fiber. When I first started spinning, and when most people first start spinning, you spin what's considered art yarn. It's really chunky in a lot of places, thinner in other places. Some parts have a lot of twists, some parts don't. And that's okay. Like, that's how you learn. And also, art yarn is beautiful. People pay good money for art yarn. Janky is very high fashion. People pay good money for art yarn, and you will find as you continue to spin that you have a weight that you generally consistently spin. Mine is a sport weight usually. And what you'll find is that it's hard to recreate that chunky yarn, that art yarn, right? Like, it's a very hard thing to get back. For two reasons. The first one is just because you've trained yourself to be consistent with your draft. The second reason is because subconsciously you want that fiber to go as far as you can get it to possibly go, because fiber is not cheap, right? Wisdom Queen. I taught Wisdom Queen how to spin years and years and years ago on one of my on a wheel, and her yarn was so thick that it would not go through the orifice hole. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "It'll start to lighten out a little bit once you get the hang of it." She's like, "Oh no, I just want to spin chunky yarn. Like all I ever want to spin in my life is chunky yarn." And I looked at her, I was like, "You feel that way now, but when you're the one buying the fiber, you will no longer feel that way." And the moment she had to buy her own fiber, she's like, "I understand what you mean. Now I just want it to last forever." Cause yeah, that's where your brain. It's all up here, kids. All up here. Oh my goodness. I don't think I have anything else to show off. Just spinning and talking about last year. Um, I'm really excited about the trip to Sonoma next year or this year, depending on where you are time zone wise. I'm really, really excited about it. I've never been that far in California, and I think we're going to stay for a week after that just to check it out. No project is ever perfect. That is the best part of handmade. No two objects are exactly the same, just like us. Is everyone falling asleep? Everyone is falling asleep. Of course they are, because we're not 20-year-olds and 12 o'clock is late. And for some of you, it's even later. Like, whoo. I want to take this thing out eventually. Look at how crazy my hair looks when I take it out. Take my hair out. I was gonna take my hair out at midnight Pacific time. You want me to take it out now instead? Votes. Who wants me to take it out now? Let me know. I'm waiting for those votes. Votes, 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 votes. I tried to get Mittens to come do the show with me this year. He's out partying, so that's too late. You're getting very sleepy. Your eyes are getting very heavy. So heavy. Oh my gosh. TK, you have to bring me a brush. It's going to look terrifying. It's going to look so terrifying. And you have to bring me a hair tie. Okay, we're going to do it. Are you guys ready? It's been in since 7 o'clock my time. Have you guys ever used these before? This is only my third time. I still haven't perfected it. I highly doubt tonight will be any different. We're working on it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so there's that. Whoops. Well, that can't. Yes, this is a hair tie. I can kind of use this as a hair tie. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. It's not long, that's for sure. Okay, so there's that. We'll take this side out first because it wants to seem to come out first. Whoo-wee. Do, 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 do. This side is on there much tighter. Interesting. You thought it was a blonde section and not a device? It's a device. It's supposed to curl your hair. It is a device. No, I have not dyed my hair. Hold on, there was a bobby pin in the back for reasons. So it's a curler. You're supposed to put it in your hair before you go to bed, or you can. It's a no heat curler is the idea. And I haven't figured out how to make it work with my bangs yet, or my lack thereof bangs. But I did it with a middle part at one point, and that was crazy. But it's not terrible. That's actually the best it's looked so far, honestly. There we go. That's what it looks like. I do wish I had I don't know, like a hair, oh, look, right here. That's what I wish I had. Ta-da! It's not quite as big on this side as I would like. Oh, whoa, never mind. There you go, kids. There is this is a no heat curling iron or curler, basically. I kind of love it. It's very comfortable to use. You can wear it to bed. We went to Hood River, or to the Dalles rather, which is like a 3 or 4 hour drive, and I stuck this thing in my hair before we left and left it in until like 6 o'clock that evening. And it was the biggest hair ever. It was really funny because I was wearing this really cute black skirt with some tights and my Doc Martens and this lovely black sweater I have that has roses on it. And my father-in-law, who's like 80, I think. Yeah, he turned 80 this last year. He He looks at TK and he says, "Have you ever watched that show, What We Do in the Shadows?" TK's like, "Yeah, I love the movie. Simmy loves the show." He's like, he looks over me. He's like, "You look like the girl from that show." And I was like, "That is the best compliment you've ever given me. Thank you." He's like, "I'm glad you appreciated it." And I'm like, "Yep, absolutely." So I will take the Naja compliment. It's messy and fun. Yes, exactly. I do wish it would get a little curlier in the back, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. I'm sure that there is a way to perfect this thing. My hair doesn't hold a curl very well, so no heat curls are actually really great for it because it by the time the curl sets, it really sets, which is nice. I like that you thought it was a blonde section. It does kind of look blonde, right? Like I got my hair dyed or something. My cats would destroy that, but love the curls it gave you. I hide mine. So I hide mine in we have a cupboard in our bathroom. And once I pick the scrunchie up off the floor that I just dropped, I will put this back in the cupboard in the bathroom and my cats will never see it. They might play with it in my hair though while I'm sleeping. I'm not sure yet. But I have a bonnet I can put on too. All sorts of little toys, right? You know what? I wish I had it during the pandemic when TK had really long hair. You guys remember that? Some of you do. Because I could have used it on him and that would have been amazing. I can't scoot over. Damn it. Oh well. Oh well. Because he had long, luxurious hair. Okay. 2 curlers and mousse. Yep, absolutely. I have a fancy straightener slash curler that I like to use sometimes. That it'll curl my hair pretty fast because it's got a blower in it. Like it blows cool air on it too, so it sets the curl. But it's just even though it goes fast, it's still so time consuming. And I don't always love the curls it creates. You wondered about the Sweeney Todd look at first and realized it wasn't hair. Well, I figured, if we were Arthur Denning it up, I might as well come with curlers in my hair. And that was the cutest way that I could do curlers because it kind of looks like French braids. And a bunch for a couple days to get my hair to curl, but it's still wet when I take it down. That's the problem, right? Like I sprayed my hair a tiny little bit with water when I did this, but other than that, it was dry. But even so, like it's still a little moist. Not very, but a little bit. Yeah, it's made out of satin, so your hair can like slide on and off of it really easily, no problem. It doesn't cause an issue with that. I have really fine hair. I have a lot of hair, but I have really fine hair. Unlike TK, who has a lot of hair and it's thick and luxurious, like a big jerk face. But he's my jerk face and I love him. Or salty beachy hair spritz. I love that stuff so much. The texture on it like gives me a lot of lift. It's nice. And it always smells so good. We got a hump going on here. Boop. Okay. I can't wait to see what this looks like with the with the forest park. It's going to be really really beautiful. You have fine almost waist length hair. Do you have a lot of it though, or is it really thin too? You bought what is basically a playpen for fur babies, and it's the best thing that I have ever purchased. The kittens have a safe place to be with plenty of room to play. They absolutely love it. Crochet hook, is it for indoors or outdoors? We bought a catio. Like we got the cats a catio for Christmas. It's not set up yet. That's actually what I sprained my ankle on. Is it's in 2 very large boxes because it makes a 6x6 catio. And so it's in our hallway, and I was trying to get through the hallway, and that's what I was trying to maneuver around when my ankle was like, I think we're going to twist and pop. And it did pop. So I never learned how to French braid. I can't do it. I can do braids. You would think with all of the nimble things I can do with my hands that I'd be able to do French braids, and I can't. And it sucks. It makes me so mad. It's just something I never learned. Even that thing that I just had in my hair, you have to take sections of hair and then wrap it with other sections of hair. And I have some difficulty with it. I think if I get that down, maybe I can try French braids again. I've always really, really, really wanted to be able to do French braids. Barbie has a thicker ponytail than you. That's fair. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I bet you like to use a lot of stuff that helps to make it look like it. You've got some depth to it. My mom has that problem too. The other thing is that my dad has really curly hair naturally. And so I do have a little bit of wave from that. Not enough that it really ever shows up, but it's enough that this happens when I use no heat curling. Whereas her hair won't even curl in this condition. Just to be able to torture. How does it? Oh, because you can pull on it and it like, I get it. My mom used to French braid my hair, but she was, and I don't mean this like as an insult. And if she's watching, I'm really sorry. I don't mean it as an insult. My mom was never really good at French braids. Like it was not her forte. It was not her strong suit. She had other things that she was really good at. She could do it, but it was, it was a little loose in some spots. It was a little lumpy in other spots. It was never really something she mastered. And I suspect that that's part of the reason I don't know how to do it is because it wasn't something that she was comfortable enough doing herself to be able to teach me how to do it. And that's okay. I was also never really in softball or anything long enough to learn how to French braid my hair because I know that was a thing. Like if you were on the softball team or if you were a cheerleader, you needed to know how to braid hair. This calls for more sleepovers so you can practice. I agree. I love sleepovers. She loved French braids, but she had super sensitive. Oh no, 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 no. My hair is very fine and there's a lot of it, and it's pretty curly too. It was worse when I was a teen. Puberty turned me into Captain Hook. Captain Hook has fabulous hair. I don't know what you're talking about. He has amazing hair. That's so good. I love that visual so much. You guys, we got 20 minutes until we drop our next ball, our Mountain Time ball. And then we're going to let TK reveal the final Arthur Dent cosplay winner. I know who it's not. It's not me. And it's not going to be D. Renee because D. Renee or Dawn already won. But it could be any of the others. It's all open game. And you know what? If you haven't got a picture in yet and you want to, you're still more than welcome to. You got until we drop that ball. Your dad is bald now, but he had an afro when he was young. My mom has pin straight hair that is thin like mine, right? And so it's not always that way, but I remember in one of my classes in college, we were talking about genetics and we were doing genetic tables because, some of those things are really straightforward. Other things aren't. The type of hair you have, not curly versus color or anything like that, but the thinness, the fact that if you suffer from balding or anything like that, normally, if I remember correctly, you get that from your mother's father, which actually makes sense in my life because my father's father had a very thick, full, luscious, curly set of hair. Like he was Santa Claus, basically. But you normally, I think, get it from your maternal grandfather. So I think that was correct. And it's not every time. I do too, Gothic Hippie. Also, hi, how are you? Happy New Year. I do too. I really dug those in college and I really got them. In fact, my teacher at the time was like, you should look into genetics because you have a knack for this. And I was like, nah, no, my little ADHD brain. Are you kidding me? That's not shiny and colorful enough, which is not true. I mean, I actually would have had a lot of fun with it. But you started to get into more stuff that was not just simple little four square, square divided into four spaces, and it got a little more. My brain started to melt a little bit. You have straight hair. You want to wear clips with pretty things on it, but everything slides off. Yeah, I have that problem too. The only clips that don't slide out of my hair are either the little bendy metal ones, and sometimes those do too. Or do you guys remember those chunky plastic barrettes that have like the little ball on the bottom, like the plastic ball and the or on the bottom of the barrette piece, and then you've got the clip and it like snaps into place, and like your mom would like put that in your hair and she'd push down really hard and you're like, ow. Those do not fall out of my hair. Those things stay in my hair through everything. I'm pretty sure that if I were in a tornado, um my hair would fall out before the barrette fell out, like get ripped out by the wind, right? I actually have one of those. I have a big red one with flowers on it that I absolutely love. Don't care that it's a child's barrette. I still wear it all the time. Oh well. You're pretty sure your dad was part Inuit and had super thick, dense black hair. Maybe I should figure out who the mailman was. A kid in your class found out he was. Oh, really? Um, I was going somewhere with that, and I don't remember where my brain went. TK's grandfather. If you ever watched How Have Gun Will Travel, he looks like Paladin, like spot on, like Paladin. Thick black hair, looked like Paladin. He's passed, obviously. Um, and that's where TK gets like his thick, luscious mane, right? But it's much more sandy blonde. Um, but he never noticed it before. We used to watch Have Gun Will Travel on Sundays together, just because we're weird like that. And we're sitting there watching it, staring at a picture of his grandfather over by the TV. And I look back at the TV and I look over at the picture. He's like, "What are you looking at?" I'm like, "Dude, he looks just like your grandpa." He's like, "No, he does." Shit, he does. And then he calls his mom and tells her. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're right." It's crazy the things that you don't put together that seem so obvious to other people until that person points it out to you. And then you're like, how did I not notice this before? It's crazy. I was adopted because of genetics in class. Oh, so you found out he found out he was adopted because of the genetics class. Oh, that's brutal. That is yeah, that's unfortunate. Uh I mean, there are pros and cons to not telling your kid that they're adopted, I guess. I feel I clearly I don't know what I would do because I don't have children that are adopted. I would like to think that if I adopted children at a very young age, like as a baby, that by the time they were 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7, once they can start to understand it, like I would want to talk to them about it just to normalize it, just to make it normal. You know how you have family members that aren't really family members? So I have a sister and brother-in-law that aren't really my sister and brother-in-law, but they might as well be. And two beautiful nieces and two beautiful nephews. They're all adopted. The eldest used to say, what did he say? He used to say, I don't remember what it was, but it was a Star Wars thing. And he was like somebody would look at me like, Luke, I am your father. And he's like, no, it's Luke, you are adopted. It was really cute. It was really, really cute. Like he had no problem with it. None of the kids have any problem with it. But they're also really special, crazy, awesome kids. And now I have jibber jabbered about that long enough. I'm gonna drink my latte. Mm. Okay, so sorry, hold on 1 second, you guys. We've talked about things you want to do next year. We've talked about things you're proud of this year. I am curious to know, what have you learned this year? What is something that I don't want people to focus on the negative, and that's not how I'm looking at this. But I want to know something that you've learned this year where you're like, yeah, that is not the way for me to go about that, or that is not a thing that I do, or oh, we did that and it sucked in. We've learned our lesson. Like, what is the thing that you learned that 2025 is going to be better because of, right? my goodness. Your kids are still awake? Surprise. Your maternal grandmother was a Cherokee and her hair was very straight and thin as well. Yeah. So, what did I learn this year? Let's see. Well, we talked a little bit about it when I talked about the musical set, about trying to start it super early so that it's prepped and ready to go. We'll still do pre-orders, but I would like to have, it's tricky. I want to have all the yarn on hand at least so I can start to dye them immediately. And I want to have them ready to go so I'm not dyeing up to the night before the release. So that is the thing I learned because we had such a difficulty this year a few times where we had a thing that we had to do. And then when we got really, really sick or something broke or there was something that happened because things happen, right? And we weren't prepared well enough to be able to just kind of sail through it. So that's something that we learned and that we've been discussing. What else have I learned? I learned to, this is going to sound really cheesy. I learned to trust myself professionally, especially at work. So I got a promotion, a big promotion this year, as a lot of you know, but I had to apply for it, right? And I almost didn't. And because my brain kept going, you're not management material. That's dumb. It's such a dumb thing. It's just, I run a business. Come on, guys. It's the imposter syndrome again. So I have to trust that I am okay. And so the position I'm in right now, my boss knows that I'm not going to be in that position for more than a year or two. In fact, he encourages me to do something else. So I apply for things that even if I don't think that I am qualified for it, if I look at it and logically it says, yes, I'm qualified for it, I apply for it at this point because I'm my own worst enemy as far as that goes. You can manage me anytime. La la. Well, I'm managing you to come to the West Coast and hang out with me right now. Get on it. You learn not to bathe your cat. That's a big one. We tried to bathe our first cat. She did not take it very well. Also kitties, like they shiver after you bathe them. So yeah, that's a very good one. I had a cat when I was much younger named Savvy, and I moved into this house with some friends. Well, people I barely knew actually, but still, roommates when you do in your 20s. She found a way into the wall area. No joke. And I couldn't find her for days. She was fine. She was coming out and getting food. She was fine. But somehow or another, she got into the area underneath the fireplace where the ash goes. So this was a very old house, and it had a little drop underneath the fireplace where you could open it and the ash would fall down into there, right? And then it just stays there, I guess. Like it just disintegrates and whatever. So she found a way down there. There's no way to get down there. Like it's, unless you're in the wall, I guess. And I could hear her in there. And so I ended up having to call the fire department because I didn't know what else to do. And the fire department, the only way they were able to get her out, because she could jump out, like she was able to get out, but she didn't want to because she was scared, is they put a hose, not their fire hose, but they put a hose down there and put water in there, and she came screaming out. She was fine, but she was completely covered in soot. And so I had to give her a bath. It was a nightmare. I had this agitated cat already who was just freaking out. And so I had to get into the bath with her. I'm like in my clothes, fully in the bathtub with her. Like it's just water everywhere and she's flailing and I'm getting scraped up and I'm just trying to get the soot off of her. Oh, Savvy. Alana actually lived with Savvy. Yeah, she was a special kitty. She had some issues. We'll just put it that way. 4 days in the hospital. So, yeah, absolutely. That will definitely, yeah, because your cat bit you for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to say yeah over and over again. I'm going to stop now. That's very dangerous and I'm glad you're okay. Building a community and being in a community are very different. I am hoping to be better at being a participant and not just a provider producer. What a great statement. Holy shit, Alana. That's amazing. Like we talked about that a little bit earlier. I've talked to TK about that. I feel the same way. Like if you're just stagnant there, it eventually just kind of falls apart, right? You have to be active in it. We ended up buying a bunch of, because it cost us so much to build them, but we ended up buying a bunch of raised garden beds for the backyard because ours had fallen apart. They were not cheap. But it became a priority because I want to make sure that I have my vegetable garden because the prices of things are going to start to go up drastically and I don't want to deal with that. And my neighbors are doing the same type of thing. And so we're creating a community around here where we can trade vegetables, we can trade produce and fruit and things like that with each other. My neighbor across the street and I have talked about sitting down and plotting out this is what I'm going to grow, this is what you can grow, so that we have an abundance of these things, but we're not really doubling up on stuff. So we're trying to create that community around here and just kind of have it extend out. And I think that's really important. That cat loved shenanigans. She did. No joke. You learn to prefer to knit wearables over crocheting them. Okay. And that Kitchener stitch grafting is a nightmare when they're both knits. Oh my gosh. That is a true statement. Have some confetti for that one. Why didn't my confetti work? There it goes. It was just late. Your Gizmo loved getting in the shower. You didn't have to worry about him bathing him. He would just jump in the shower anytime someone forgot to close the door. I was in the shower the other day, and I usually close the door. And Gracie came in. And if you guys haven't met Gracie, she's my little Lynxie point. She was just crying at me, actually. She's my kitty. She's as much a familiar as any cat can be. And TK had come in to talk to me about something. He's like, you should open up the shower curtain. And I do. And there's this little pink nose, just curious as anything. I'm like, do you want in? And then she popped her head in and she got splashed a little bit. She's like, nope, that's all you, Mom. You're clearly drowning and I'll let you. Hi, I can see you. Yeah. You should get your daddy to pick you up and bring you in here because you're so pretty. I see you though. She's just staring at me out the door right now. It's very sweet. She's probably also hungry because it's well past their food time. That's a big one. Crochet for sure. You learn. Yeah, these are great. And these will, you'll have a better 2025 and moving forward. You just have to learn from the things that we've done. You guys, we have 6 minutes. Very excited. All the people in Mountain Time right on the other side of me. Getting ready to say goodbye to 2024. This is how I stay awake, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, whatever final things that you need to do in 2024, do it because you got 6 minutes to do it. That's it. We're almost in the final countdown. We're pushing it, guys. We're getting there. It's happening, except for Alaska. I'm sorry, Alaska. I can't stay up for that. That's too much for me. Look at this thing. It's Hawaii is even further behind than Alaska. Shit. Well, if anybody here is in Hawaii, I'm very sorry. I'll keep that in mind next time. Aleutian Standard Time, Samoa Standard Time, which is only 7:55 apparently. Oh my gosh. It's all over the place. Whoo-wee. Okay, I don't get this. Why does Arizona have a different it says Arizona Mountain Standard Time versus Mountain Standard Time. They're the exact same time. It's the same. I'm so confused. Why is this a thing? That's silly. I don't understand it. If anybody knows why they do that, please let me know. I'm very curious. I might have to look it up here in a little bit. But for now, I'll leave it alone. It's been hard not to do something drastic with your hair before the new year. I have a haircut planned, I think, at the end of January. I did just get my haircut, but I think I want to do my little side sweepy bangs again.
Arizona does not recognize daylight savings, so they don't fall back.
That's what Elena and Miss Monster just said. You are all correct. That is what TK just said, is that they do not believe or recognize daylight savings. Good for them.
They didn't recognize MLK Day either.
Well, we don't need to talk about that one. But yeah, good for them because that's exhausting. We don't change our time. Too many old people that had a hard time updating clocks and VCRs. That's it right there.
Yep,
oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Snowbirds.
All the snowboards. Will you bring Gracie in a little bit? Okay. Because she's sitting out here staring at me like this. Like that.
Yeah, at the top of the hour.
No problem. Oh, I wonder if you have not got your Arthur Dent cosplay in, you've got 3 minutes to get it in because then TK is picking a winner, and that's a $42 gift card to bosskittyshop.com. Oh, just a quick reminder, by the way, our prices are going up next year. They're not going to officially be up as of tomorrow because we don't have it set up. So you can still squeeze in at the rate we're at right now, but our prices are going up. Everything's going up $2 except for fiber. So Cat's Cradle and BKDK will be $30 for a skein. Ooh, nom nom nom. It's not for me, it's for the cats. What else? Kitty Glitter will be 36 a skein. Mohair Ball will be 34 a skein. I believe that's right. And then Floof is still 30 and Super Floof is still 36. We have not raised our prices since before COVID, and we've tried very hard to not raise our prices, but unfortunately, we're at a point at this point where we just kind of have to. But we're not raising them a lot. But if you want to get your yarn order in before the price rise, you're going to want to do that soon. 2 minutes, guys. Actually, technically like 1 minute and 40 seconds. This is not a food for me. This is a food for Gracie when he brings her in. So this is Kitty Chow. I don't get a snack. She gets a snack. She's so cute. If you guys haven't seen her, she's just stinking adorable. Her litter, there were 4 of them, and they all look very similar. And one of them, they were all named after actors and actresses in Hitchcock movies. So Tippy got sent back to the Humane Society, or not Humane Society, but back to the shelter this last year. And one of my friend and her, well, they're both my friends, but my friend and her partner, they adopted her. So I get to see her, and it's great. We're almost there. We're in the 1 minute. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Gotta get my earbuds up. You name the kitties Huey, Dewey, Louie, and TW as Darkwing Duck. I love it. Okay. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. Yeah, let's do it. We got like 5 seconds before the countdown.
10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, you guys. Happy New Year to Mountain Standard Time and Arizona Mountain Standard Time. We'll just count you in there. Happy New Year. I'm so excited to see what 2025 brings to you. Cheers to all of you littermates out there. We love you all so much, and we're so thrilled to have you as part of this community. And here's to another year of it. Oh my gosh. Try blue cheese with fennel, he says to me. Okay. Oh my God. Shut your mouth. That's so stinky and delicious. I love it. Where's my cat?
I'll do it in a second. I got to do the thing and get it done.
Oh, yeah. Let me get them up real quickly. So we're going to go into our cosplay contest here. There we go. So D. Renee is not eligible because she already won, and I'm not eligible. Obviously, I know you'd pick me.
Let me go through them one at a time.
Okay, so we've got. Oh, you. Oh, do you want to come over here?
No, I don't. All right, let's. First picture in here is Fox Goddess, and I know she's got another one too. So that's a great robe. Looks very comfy. I like your towel. And if I scroll down to your other photo, your Hitchhiker's Guide crochet hook is amazing. You are, let's call you second runner-up because it's super good. D, I love it. I love the robe and the towel and the distressed look. It's very good. Elizabeth, 84. What can I say? The TARDIS mug is awesome. But better than all of that is the look on your face. This is a an Arthur Dent vibe along, and you've absolutely nailed that, Ms. Monster. That's adorable. Your robe does look like a hoodie, but I do understand what it is, and I love your hat. Your hat's great. Spiderbot.
That's a Star Trek hoodie or a Star Trek robe and Star Trek towel on Spider-Man.
Let's do this. I already picked a second runner-up, and I'm going to say that I am down to between Elizabeth and Spiderbot. Michaela Michi, I love the look, and it's great, but I don't think it's large enough to fit over your head to confuse the bug bladder beast of the planet Trawl.
Very important.
It is extremely important. So I'm down to Elizabeth and Spiderbot, both of which have very different looks on their faces, but very, very Arthur-esque. Spiderbot 9000, you are tonight's first runner-up. Elizabeth 84, congratulations. I will say that you have most completely nailed the Arthur Dent vibe along. Congratulations on your $42 gift card to Boss Kitty Shop.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, TK. And I know everybody here was thrilled that they stuck around. They were all great.
There was not a stinker in the boat.
And I know that they were all thrilled to get to hear your voice. I want more blue cheese. And I want my kitty.
Not a stinker in the boat.
Practical parameters. Okay, Miss Elena, you have a confused Patreon question. So you are an annual subscriber at Culticon level. That does mean after 3 months officially, which as an annual, yes. But at the 3 months mark, you automatically, they will send you a sticker. You get a Boss Kitty Patreon sticker is what that is. So they just want to confirm your mailing address. I don't know if there's no correction needed, then they'll just send it out. I got a notification that it was getting sent out, so you should be good to go. I don't know why I said all of that on this camera, but I'm glad we're here. So this is the blue cheese with the fennel seeds in it. He wanted me to show it off to you. And now there will be blue cheese on my fingers, and Gracie loves blue cheese. It's so good, you guys. I don't think you understand how much TK and I love stinky cheese. It's why we're married. So good. Like really, really good. Okay, TK is getting the kitty. Just so you're aware. This is going to be a hot mess because she doesn't know any better. She hasn't been up here in a very long time. So we'll see how this goes. I know the mic's going to be a problem, but here. Come here. Oh my goodness, you're so big and you're a little... What do I have for you? Hey, what do I have for you? Oh my goodness. You're so pretty. Can you turn this way and say hi to everybody? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my... What's happening? What's happening? You're so happy. She's such a little goon. Can you turn this way? Can you turn this way? Look up at people. Thank you. This is Miss Gracie. She's my Lynxie Point. She's my best friend. Sorry, TK. Mama's got something for you. And she's very aggressive when it comes to treats. We try to get her to share these with her brother and her sister. And she's like, no. In fact, if I stop acting like I've got anything in my hand, she will try to pull it out of my hand. All right, do you have another treat for me to give her? Yes, I do. You guys get to meet the baby too. That's unheard of. The baby's just as aggressive about her treats. Okay, I think that's it, baby girl. We don't have any more. It's all bye-bye. Can you come here and say bye-bye with me? Come here.
She won't be picked up, so never mind.
Okay, that's fine. So the baby won't be picked up right now, but this is Gracie. She says hello. She's very happy. She got her treats, but now she wants me to put her down. She's done with me. I'm done with you, Mama. Oh my goodness. Okay. There you go. She also sheds a lot.
Come on.
You have me too, crochet hook. So I'm actually lactose intolerant. However, oh my gosh, now there's cat hair in my eyes. Whew. However, I can eat stinky cheeses. I seem to be able to eat yogurt and most soft and hard cheeses. Mozzarella is a little rough on me. And ice cream. I can't really eat ice cream or milk, which is a problem because I love ice cream. We're trying to get the baby. Hi. Oh, shit. Gracie can't have more. Go give the baby this in a different room. Gracie's like, I'll come and have more.
I gotta lock Gracie in here with you.
That's fine. Yeah, I love cheese. Gracie loves cheese. Zuzu loves pickles. She loves tart stuff like pickles. Con loves meat. That's how that works. Our old kitty, Hazel, she was obsessed with ice cream. You too, yeah. And the thing is that like I love ice cream so much that occasionally I'll just take it. I'm like, I don't care. I'll deal with it. And I'll have a bowl of ice cream. I also found out a few years ago that I had Crohn's, and so the two of the things that flare that up are ice cream and Thai food, which are two of my favorite things. So I can't have super spicy Thai food anymore. When I first found that out, I had ordered some Thai food, some spicy pad Thai, had it, got super sick. Not super sick, but sick. A few days later, I was like, maybe that was just a fluke. Let's try again. Like, I talked myself into doing it again. You do dairy-free cheese and ice cream. I've done the lactose-free ice cream. I don't mind it. I just wish there were more flavors. Whew. Oh my gosh, we are in the home stretch, kids. Can't believe there's still like 18 to 20 people still left here. You guys are rock stars. Oh my gosh, have some glitter. Like, seriously. Y'all are staying up with me. I appreciate it. Do you know, I don't think I've gone out for New Year's Eve at least. God, in like 6 years. We just do this every year, which I'm all for. It's fine. I enjoy it. It's safe. It means that you guys are home. Oh no, I lost the signal on the camera, Kurt. TK, help. We lost the signal on the camera. It's back. Whew. But the sound is off? No, it's good. Don't know what happened there. It's back. It's back. It's back. The face camera went away for a bit. It might be losing juice. Did Gracie knock the thing at all? Oopsies. It's working now.
Look fine?
Looks great.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. I was like, oh no. Here to more flavors of BK eatable ice cream in the new year. Here. I will drink quickly to that. And get over plied fiber because of it. Let's get some of that ply out of there. There we go. Whoopsies. You guys, I'm officially going to be 42 in less than an hour. I remember when I turned 30. TK went to go give me my kiss. And I started crying. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I wanted to do so much with my life by the time I was 30. That's so silly. I loved my 30s. They were great. My 30s were great. My 40s have been pretty great. I got a house for my 40th birthday, guys. Like, I turned 40. TK looked at me and said, let's buy a house. Like, we had put it off for the year because we had such a horrible experience before. And I was like, I don't know if we're ready. And he's like, yeah, let's just do it. And by February, we had found a place. And by March, we were moving in. So, anything's possible. So here I am at 2 a.m. Bean, I love you for it. I am sometimes reckless with my sleep schedule on the weekends, especially if I am spending the night at my friend's house gaming. We're up until 2 and 3 in the morning. And the crazy part about that is I'm not always, but normally I am up by 8 or 9 at the very latest. Normally by 7. On a normal day, I'm here I'm up by 5 in the morning because I have to be to work by like 6:30. Ooh, because of the neighbors. Oh no, you're welcome, Elizabeth. You are still awake under protest central time zone, and your neighbors are still setting off fireworks. So you're very happy to have you to watch. Well, I'm happy to be watched. I'm not happy with this cough, though. I'm over the cough. I really had hoped that the cough would be gone before 2024 was gone. And I'm starting to believe that's not going to be the case. I guess it's a souvenir I have to take into the next year with me. Oh, well. So what else do you guys want to see? I know in the past we've talked about expanding our yarn, right? Like we have fingering weight, we have glitter, we have DK weight, we have mohair, and we've talked about expanding on that. I don't think that 2025 will be a year for expansion as far as our bases are concerned. In fact, I suspect that there are some colorways that we will stop carrying on the shelf. They'll just be dyed to order, basically. Leopold is an example of that. I love Leopold. It does well at trunk shows, and it does well at vending events like yarn events, right? Like festivals. But it does not do well in the online shop. What's another one like that? Snuffy. Snuffy is a great example of that. Like it does really well at trunk shows and whatever in person, but in the shop it's a rough color to sell. So I suspect that those will go into a dyed to order only unless we're doing a live show. So we're kind of looking at doing that just so that we can focus more on the popular colors and so that we can put a little more attention into the fiber colorways because we don't have a lot of those right now. And I would like to expand on those, not the bases, but the colorways that we have. And I'm looking at maybe some speckled mohair. That is a possibility. It's not a promise, but it is a possibility. Welcome back, Miss Monster. I hope your kitty's very happy. In-person preferred is tricky. It is really tricky. Yeah, it makes it very tricky because, you know, you still want to provide those colorways because they're big sellers at certain shows, right? Like I sold out of Snuffy when I was at Hook and Fiber, or Hook and Needle rather, which made sense. It's a great brown. It's like this kind of brown right here, just a little bit darker. But in the shop, it doesn't do so well. We stopped carrying Sassy Pants because it didn't do well in the shop because it's so reflective. Same with Bath Yellow, but those are like super secret colors. We're going to try to have them in the shop again, try to see if we can get them to photograph better, but really it's so fascinating what sells in person versus what sells in the shop. IRL cuties. That's adorable. That's what I should. These are our IRL cuties, so we only dye them to order unless you want to see them in person, and then you can come to our next show. That's hilarious. You should write my script for me, like all of my marketing scripts. I want to do more collaborations in 2025. Like we worked with previously Cerulean Orchid, now Positively Yarny. We worked with them in 2019, I think, or 2020. And it was wonderful. Like she did the Crowned collection, which I don't think has gone over to Positively Yarny, and that's okay. I would love to work with more do more collaborations. I'd love to work like Jam PDX and do some ceramics, or work with another pattern designer, like maybe even Positively Yarny again or somebody. Like, I really like doing that. I think it's a lot of fun, especially with our box sets. I feel like our box sets are ideal to work with a pattern creator or somebody who does like stitch markers or something that is unique to that box set to go with it, right? Because you guys buy those and then sometimes it's like, what the hell am I going to make with this? We could do shawls, we could do sweaters, we could do blankets. Like those are things we could do. And I could make some of those patterns. That's not a problem. But it would be neat to have some collaborations. So do you need to say it? Do it. Do it. I know you love yourself the pinks. Your mom ordered me timey-wimey, Snuffy, and Rupert for Christmas. I can't wait until it gets here. I can't wait until it gets there either. And once again, we appreciate you guys being so patient with your orders right now because a lot of the stuff that was ordered was dyed to order, and then all hell broke loose. So I'm in the process of dyeing those up. I'm getting back out in the shop. I'll be slow because of my boot, but I am getting back out in the shop tomorrow, my birthday. I'm going to work out there a little bit. And we should be getting those orders out. So I'm very excited about it. I want to get caught up so that you guys have your yarn and we can just move on from it from there. It's been stressful for sure. Like we give with the dyed to order, we give that 4 to 6 week time frame, not because we expect that we're going to hit it, but just in case there's an emergency. And that's kind of what happened. And even though there's the emergency, we both still get really stressed about it and feel like we failed you guys. So we got to find an alternative. I don't know. Snuffy in the wild. We should do yarns in the wild in general. I think that's a great idea. Like kind of make it a safari type thing where it's Boss Kitty yarn in the wild or something like that. I think that's a great idea. And I can have like weird sound effects and stuff. Sassy Pants. Girl, Sassy Pants is available. It is a super secret color right now. You can order it in Cat's Cradle. You can order it in BKDK. You can order it in Kitty Glitter. You can order it in Mohairball. You can order it in anything. You just have to order something else and let me know that that's what you want. Like it's a super secret color. They did that during the Black Friday sale. It was a big deal. So it is available technically. I can't pull it because of the green screen, but it is available in Cat's Cradle right now as an example. And BKDK, I think I have both of those on hand. But we haven't updated our pictures yet, which is why it's not in the shop. It's like those super secret things that you can order at like Starbucks, right? The drinks, that kind of thing. BK on the prowl. That'd be amazing. Oh, my little ankle. Yep. I'm just catching up on reading. So yeah, those are the types of things that I'm looking forward to this next year. Your yarn is art and takes time. No rush and no worries. Oh, you guys are the sweetest. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Like I said, the thing with the show in Seattle telling us no really was a hit to both of us. But then the shop in Sonoma got their yarn and she posted the most amazing post about our yarn. Like she gushed about the colors. She gushed about the labels and how fun they are to read, which is all TK. She gushed about meeting me and Ben and what a wonderful person I seemed to be and how inviting I was and positive and just very passionate about what I did. It really made both of us feel much better about everything. And then, yeah, it was lovely. Hashtag blessed. I love you guys. You guys crack me up. Seriously. Okay, let's spin a little bit because my brain is getting mushy. We're late, right? It's late in the day. It's late in the night. It's late in the night. I'm getting mushy. Loved the stitch markers. Okay, so TK got some weird contraption where we think maybe he can do the stitch markers again. Maybe. We're going to test that theory. You guys are here late, so you get to hear that, but most people don't get to hear that. So, for those of you who are like, what are they talking about stitch markers? My very brilliant husband, partner in crime, knows about my passion for all things TTRPG, tabletop role-playing games. So he bought a giant bag of mini polyhedral dice. 4-siders, 6-siders, 20-siders, 12-siders, 8-siders, 10-siders, so on and so forth. And he contracted a tool that he would heat up and press through the dice to create a hole, right? And then he would put a piece of metal in there and he turned it into a stitch marker or a progress marker. He made both. And they are amazing. Like people still have them. They're made really well. The problem is that the tool he was using was not, he had to remake it over and over again because it would break down. He stabbed himself a bunch, which was really bad. It caused a horrific, horrible smell because you were melting this resin. It was not great. And so it was time consuming. So it just did not work out. We did them for about a year. But he got a tool that it's like a jeweler's type tool. So we're going to try that and see if it works. If it does, then hopefully the polyhedral stitch markers will come back. Thought you said slow because of your boob. Elizabeth, you're amazing. So good. Ah. Nope. Slow brain. Slow boob. Slow brain. I love it. I'm here for it. Why not? But I'm really excited for them to come back. I know other people are too. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed that it works. That's definitely a great goal for 2025 as well. He's probably watching this and he's like, why are you even telling people about this? Now I've got pressure on. There's no pressure, TK. I promise. Except for maybe from Gothic Hippie, because she's kind of mean sometimes. Like, she gets real pushy and it's a little scary. Ooh. You guys ever get that really high-pitched sound in your ear where it's just like bing? That's what I have going on in my right ear right now. It's so nice. Really, I love it so much. I don't feel like a very cool person when people are like, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? And I'm like, I'm sitting at home and spinning some yarn. You know, no big deal. Wearing cat ears while I do it. Sitting in a robe with a towel. I mean, they don't think I'm very cool, but I think it's pretty cool. We tried to go out. TK and I have tried to go out on New Year's Eve a few times. It's just not enjoyable. Like, last minute, back in 2018, I think, we tried to go out. And not everything was just packed. Like, you couldn't get in for anything. It was crazy. We're like, we're just going home. We look really nice, but we're going home. That's what it is. Yeah. And then there's been a few times where we've tried to go to parties and they just haven't been fun. Like, this is so chill and relax. It's nice. Occasionally we've gone to do like board games with people and that can be fun sometimes. 22 viewers, baby. What? At like 11 o'clock at night, right? Like, so cool. 11:23 at night. We're so close. I'll pressure the heck out of you, TK. Oh my gosh. What have I done? She's going to come all the way to Oregon just to get you to make these stitch marks. That's how we get her to come to Oregon. Yes. I was going to put together a little montage for my birthday called BK Through the Years. And I did not do it because I forgot. But I might put one together and post it for you guys. And be like, it's BK's 42nd birthday. Here's BK Through the Years. And I'll show you pictures of me when I was a little baby girl. I'll show you pictures when I was an obnoxious little tween. I had crunchy bangs, and I had those stupid Looney Tune gangster t-shirts that were like 4 sizes too big. No joke. There are pictures of me in my goth years, as I like to put it. That's when Elena actually met me. She couldn't stand me, man, because I was obnoxious. There are pictures of me in my... We like to call it chicken cult years. Elena and I used to live together. Actually, we were roommates, and I used to LARP a lot. And I had to play a chicken cultist. This is not a joke. This is a real thing for a LARP, which is a live action role play, because I really am a big nerd. And I did my hair in Liberty spikes and then put spray orange in it. It looked I was kind of going for like the Final Fantasy chicken look, I guess. It was amazing. There's a picture somewhere. I will show it to you guys. It's pretty fantastic. Tabulation is your favorite. That is a real word? Oh, I'm living for it. What exactly does it mean? You've been lurking while you celebrate with the fam, but it is already 2025 here, so I figured I could jump in and see what the action was here. So much action. Oh my gosh. Like, look, I have fireworks on demand. There they are. I was like, where are they? We have spinning, we have water, we have coffee, and we have champagne, which has not done well on my stomach. It hurts a little bit. BK Through the Years, and it's your head photoshopped onto famous people's photos from major events. That's even better. I love it. So many adventures. Oh my gosh. What does the word mean? You have to tell me because now I'm curious. Oh, I also have to go to the bathroom, so I'm like doing a little potty dance, but I'm like, I can wait 40 minutes. I can wait. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. Panda, we've had a great evening. We had an Arthur Dent cosplay contest, and we had 2 winners. However, I will tell you all that this is not my robe. This is TK's robe, and it's been hidden in the closet because he has an hoodie, and he's decided this robe sucks, and I'm stealing it from him because it is my new favorite robe. It is so comfortable, and it's sharp. Like, look at this. Look at this nice 70s vibe and flannel right here. Like, it doesn't get any sexier or suaver than this. And I feel so damn sexy in this thing. Like, oh, I'll wear this to the club. You made the mistake of drinking a gin and tonic. Your body doesn't absorb alcohol and the same anymore, so it just makes you have, oh no, I'm so sorry. A ringing or tinkling sound. The tiny tintinnabulation faint as a faint as fairy bells. Ooh, I love that. Aaron's Panda, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll try not to yell, I promise. I'll be as quiet as possible. A little tiny mouse, even. I was actually talking about drinks earlier. I had a gin drink for the first time last night that I actually really liked. It was called the Corpse Reviver, and it was gin, orange liqueur, something else, and absinthe, and then it's got an orange twist in it. It was so good. Like, it's my new favorite drink. I didn't even know I liked gin, so here we are. Handmade Designs, Happy New Year to you as well. I'll give you a little bit of confetti, and we're a little early on this end, but you know what? We've celebrated with the East Coast. We've celebrated with Central Time. We've celebrated Mountain Time. We're about to celebrate Pacific Coast Time, Pacific Time. So now you're drinking liquid IV water. Oh, you poor thing. Your meds make alcohol a big note, but your Diet Coke is fire. My father used to be on, he might still be, he used to be on meds that he wasn't allowed to drink or eat grapefruit. And I'm like, nope, I will die first because grapefruit is my life. I love it so much. Much like ice cream. I mean, obviously that's not the case. I would take the medication, but I'd be very angry about it. Oh, that's a good question if you have a juniper allergy. But if it's just that your body doesn't process alcohol and it like dehydrates really quickly. I know I've had migraines that have been caused by dehydration before. TK gets them really bad if he's been sick. Even if he drinks a bunch of water, if he's sick and he has a fever, it's almost guaranteed that he will have a dehydration migraine for the next 2 days, which sucks. It doesn't matter how much water we give him, how much Pedialyte, how much anything. Are there cookies in here? What the frick? There are cookies in here. I'm going to eat a cookie. We're going to see how they taste because I think they've been in here for like 3 days, just sitting open. Oh yeah. No, we're not eating these. They're stale. They're very stale. They are too stale for me to eat. Oh, and celiac. So yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope it tasted good at least. You know, it's really frustrating when you're just like, I just want one. I just want to be able to have a little fun, enjoy something, and you know that that's going to be the case. It's a bummer, and I'm so sorry. It's just boo. But I hope it gets better. I know it'll get better. We're exactly at the halfway of the hour mark. Got a little more spinning done in 2024 before we hit the next year. Oh, it tasted amazing. Like I said, I had never had gin before. I didn't realize I was a gin drinker. My mom took me out for dinner, which was very sweet of her. And I ordered it, and she's like, do you like gin? I'm like, we're about to find out. It was so nice, though. It wasn't super sweet. It wasn't super bitter. Like, it was just refreshing and nice and calm and just a delight. It was very, very fragrant and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Soft, almost. Like, the flavor was soft. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a very light flavor, but like a soft, light flavor. It wasn't very pungent in my face. You feel the same when you eat pizza. We were talking about that earlier. That's me and Thai food or me and ice cream. Like, I get super sick because of my Crohn's because of it. But there are days that I'm like, fuck it. I just want it. Like, I'm not going to not have this for the rest of my life. Oh, really? Well, that would make sense because it's made from juniper berries. Um, but I haven't had it straight, so maybe I'd feel very, very like cucumber Christmas. Yes, like cucumber Christmas. It tastes like cucumber water. It doesn't taste like cucumber water, but it has the same experience that cucumber water has on it. That door just opened without a person. I'm gonna guess that that's a Connor or Gracie. Hold on 1 second. Wait, which munchkin are you? I can't see you. I don't know who just walked in. Oh my goodness. The things that we do to our bodies just because we want to eat something yummy. Hi, Gracie May. I don't know what you're doing, but it can't be good. Please don't. I wish your daddy would kick you out of here. She's such a stinker. Like, she just likes to get into everything. Okay, it is just my braces. I was like, there's something in my teeth. Fibromyalgia. I've been kicking my butt this year. Yeah, for sure. You didn't like gin until you spent 6 weeks in Brighton, and that's all you drank. And now you're like, gin it up. I don't blame you. It was delicious. I don't like super, super sweet drinks. Like when we went to the movie, I got an amaretto sour, which I used to love when I was much younger. I think most people feel that way about things like that. And I was like, this tastes like Kool-Aid. No, thank you. In fact, my niece turned 21 last year. And we went to dinner with her and she had her first drink. And she's like, what do I order? And I was like, you'll like an amaretto sour. Get that. And she did, and she loved it. We got her for her birthday. We got her a hangover kit. So it had like a little pack of Tylenol in it, or aspirin. It had some sunglasses. It had an ice pack in it. I don't remember what else was in there, but there's a bunch of stuff that, you're like, oh, thank you. Breath mints, a toothbrush, that kind of thing. I think there was a water bottle in there. It was very funny. But she texted me like a week or two later. She goes, how do I make an amaretto sour? You make one. Why? And she's like, I want to make one, but I don't want to go to the bar. And I'm like, well, miss, you could just look it up online. But here's the recipe. She's like, this is amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh. To be 21 again. Oh. For reals. I'm going to look real quickly to see if we have anything else in show and tell that popped in late. I don't think we do. I think it's good. It looks good. Yeah, it looks like it's good to go. Excellent. I think we're fine. This is the part of the show where it starts to kind of wind down a little bit because we're all getting tired. It's always, New Year's Eve is such an interesting holiday. People are always so full of optimism. Like, that's beautiful. Because even people who are super pessimistic, who like just focus on the negative all year long and just let it consume them, there's that one day a year where they're just so optimistic. They're ready for the next year. They're so sure it's going to be better than this year was. And for that moment it is. And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's terrible, right? It really does just depend. But everybody has so much just optimism coming out of them, and I think it's beautiful. I wish we felt that way more often. On the flip side to that, they're optimistic about the new year, but I'm always fascinated because people seem to be so pessimistic and negative about the year they're leaving. Even if it was a good year, they seem to be like, fuck this year, it sucked. And it's like, did it though? Was it really that terrible? Or are you just focused on those few things that were terrible throughout the year? Do you remember any of the good stuff that happened? Do you remember your optimism last year when you were so excited about this year? So it's a weird thing because you don't normally have so much negative and positive feelings at the same time. And that is exactly what's going on. And I'm so fascinated by it. Anyway, sorry, deep thoughts at 11:30 at night. Elizabeth, when you were 22, you partied it up on the San Antonio River walk with AMFs and many sweet drinks. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I remember AMFs. I remember that AMFs and black opals, you were only allowed two at the bar at any point. Like anything past that, it was like they were like, no, you don't get any more. Your favorite drink is a very dry, very dirty Kettle on vodka martini. Kettle One vodka. I've never had Kettle One vodka martini. I've never had a martini, honestly. Once again, TK and I do not drink very often. I do remember I went out with some friends for my 30th birthday. And we went for karaoke. They got me a black opal. And they kept ordering them. And they kept putting them in front of me without me realizing it. So I didn't realize how many of them I had to drink, right? Which is very dangerous. They're very strong, very potent, and very, very sweet. I was so sick on the way home. Oh my gosh. I got sick in my friend's car. I ended up like vomiting in a like Burger King baggie that they had in the car, and it like exploded everywhere. I felt so bad. Is that the last time I got so inebriated that I was nope. It was my friend's my friend Nathan was getting married, and his bride to be invited me to her bridal or to her bachelorette party, which was at the beach. And I got very drunk there and upchucked a bunch of red vines. That was the last time that I got super, super drunk. And they got married the same year TK and I did. That was 10 years ago. So the last time that I got that drunk was 10 years ago. This year did suck, but I published my first book, and next year I will be publishing 2 more books, maybe 3. And that right there, my love, is what I'm talking about. I appreciate that you found something beautiful and exciting to celebrate in this year, even if it sucked. And I'm not saying it didn't suck. Like, the end of this year sucked hard for me and TK, for sure. And there are parts in the middle that kind of sucked a little bit. But there are really good things that happened, too. Like, I got a big promotion at work, right? Last year felt like it kind of sucked. But we also bought a house, so I'm not really sure how I feel that way. But here we are. You're 24 days shy of 12 years sober. Congratulations, Elizabeth. That's amazing. I am so inspired by people who are like, you know what? Not for me. I don't think TK, and there's no reason for it. I don't think TK drinks hard liquor anymore. Do you? I can't remember the last time you had a hard. You might take a sip of something I try. He'll have beer from time to time or wine, but even that's like maybe once every 6 months. He just woke up one day and was like, there's no point.
I had enough.
He had enough hard liquor. He's like, I don't need this. I don't want it. It gives me a headache. No, done. But he enjoys the taste of beer. So occasionally he will have a nice beer, or we'll go to a restaurant and he'll get a flight of beer. But even that, not very often, because that will upset his tummy. But he has basically the equivalent of a beer. If he does a flight, he doesn't finish it. But yeah, it's, that's really amazing. I want to give you more confetti, but we'll just do that confetti this time because so much confetti. You just bought 2 buttons. What kind of buttons did you buy? I have the hiccups and burpees all at the same time. Satiricon. Okay. What else did you buy? You're sitting here buying stuff while I'm working hard to do a New Year's Eve show? What the heck? Partridge molding Gregory. I don't get it. Chambers. Oh, it's an XTC button. That's sweet. Okay, I forgive you.
$2 a piece.
Now buy me my birthday gift. You can't. They're sold out. He's getting me overalls. He's getting me lovely, lovely overalls from Duluth Trading that I really want. But they're sold out of my size right now, so we have to wait. You decided not to go through with your unaliving plan and get help. I am so happy you did, because it means I got to meet you. Well, to a degree. And that you get to be part of this awesome community. Celebrate every day. That's you are worth it for sure. You are worth being alive. And we were happy that you are. water. They're not fancy. They're sort of fancy. They're breathable, which is nice. They have lots of pockets. And they have foxes all over them. They're so cute. I love them. I really want this tarot set that I found on Etsy. It's freaking gorgeous. I should find it and show it to you guys at some point in time. Oh my gosh. Whew. What time is it? We got a little over 15 minutes. So we'll just get some final little spins in. I didn't just want to spin all night long. That seemed not boring, but like I wanted to talk with you guys. There wasn't anything, I mean, we had the giveaway. There wasn't anything crazy exciting or, you know, on the edge of your seat or anything, but I just wanted to have a sit down talk and hang out with the BK community and, you know, just make sure you guys are all doing okay. That you're looking forward to the new year. I mean, there's going to be things in it that we don't like. I already know of a few things for myself. But it doesn't have to be the focal point of my year. It doesn't have to be the antithesis. It doesn't have to be the description of it. It doesn't have to be the thing that is the spotlight's on, right? I choose what to do with my life within my own community and within my own home. So that's what I choose to focus on. You love tarot? Same. So I have a deck that I've had since I was a teenager and I have outgrown it. Like I'm no longer that person. I still love it and I won't get rid of it, but I need a new personal deck. I have, don't laugh at me, I have a deck that is specifically for my TTRPGs. It was bought as a gift for me to use with my divinator character and it is spot on. It's crazy how very, very spot on for Dungeons and Dragons and other TTRPG characters it is. And then I have a yarn tarot deck that I was gifted by TK that I use for fiber choices, like, you know, crafting decisions and things like that. You are who reminds me to stretch too. Oh, well, thank you. Stretching is important. I enjoy hanging out with all of you as well. You guys are the bee's knees. Let's stretch, actually. Stretching is important, so let's do it. Okay. Ooh, my shirt's kind of see-through, too. Look at that. That's crazy. Just going to roll our shoulders. Circle loom, but started crocheting in 2017. That's longer than you think it is. That's almost 10 years now. Like, we're into 2025, right? So it means you've been into fiber arts for almost 10 years. That's something to be celebrated. Rolling my shoulders forward now. Now we're going to roll our neck. Look, you guys, look at this. The curl is still there. It's crazy. It's lost a little bit of oomph. But if I had put some product in it, it probably would still be there. This one is cracking me up. This guy right here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going to roll our necks. This is the one thing about the sprained ankle that I'm so over. I just want to stretch and roll not roll my ankle, but I want to stretch my ankle out. Like I can't do this with it and it's driving me nuts. Wait till it's not 2019, right? There we go. I'm going to stretch forward like so and grab at the camera. We can do this. The other problem is that I joined a gym so I could start swimming again. And then I did this thing to my ankle. It'll be fine though. The doctor said 3 to 6 weeks. I can already walk with the boot, just the boot and not the crutches. I can walk a short amount of time without the boot, although I really shouldn't yet. But you know, occasionally I do anyway. Shirt's great. This one, I love this shirt so much. As you can't see it, it says simpler times, and it's just a little arcade. Here, I'll just do this. Simpler times. There it is. I forget that I have this shirt actually. And now I have this beautiful robe that TK is never getting back. Okay, sorry, I'm done. Oh my goodness. So what do I want to say goodbye to in 2024? I got 15 minutes to do it. I want to tell 2024 goodbye and thank you for my change in work, getting to go into an office every day. I know a lot of people are like, bleh, but I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I do love people, so I love getting to get out of my house and going to do that. Forces me to get dressed every day and, just get out of the house. And I don't think remote work is for everyone. I think there are some people where it can be detrimental. My work days were starting to meld into my personal day. I think I'd be fine with hybrid work, but full on remote work is not for me. That sounded delightful. That was a little hiccup burp. Oh my, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I want to thank 2024 for new experiences and new shops. Like our goal this year was to expand our wholesale accounts with new shops, and we did that. We are now officially, we went from being, I think, in 3 shops to way more than that. We're in 1, 2, 3. Hold on one second. We're in Cozy, Wild Knits, A Little Nitty, Not Another Hat, 3 Loves, Hook and Needle. So we're in 6 shops right now. And then there's the one on the East Coast that I haven't heard, Hip Stitch, that I haven't heard from in a while. So I don't know if we're still in there or not. But we are officially in 6 shops at the moment. And that's very exciting. We've actually all trapped in New Year's Eve 2019, 2020. Still just, this is a version 5.0. Oh no. Be careful, you work as an ortho nurse now. I won't stretch it and I won't walk hard on it. It's still really swollen, so I really can't. It's just from like the bedroom to the bathroom as an example. I don't want to put the boot on in the middle of the night, it's that type of thing. But I could take the crutches with me for sure. Make sure to go to the bathroom before midnight so you don't take the same unit 2025. That's funny. When we sort laundry, my husband will pick up his sweatpants and ask if he should just put them in my pile because he knows that I will be taking them. At least he knows you and respects that this is the thing that you do. That's a big deal. I used to steal TK's t-shirts all the time. He steals my t-shirts too. So really, we wear the same size t-shirt most of the time, especially nowadays. But yeah, so it's not a big deal. I don't steal his pajama bottoms or his sweatpants though. I have my own sweatpants. I love sweatpants a lot, actually. They're very comfortable. I am actually in a stolen pair from Wisdom Queen that I promised her I would not take, and then I took them because I wasn't thinking, and I had to get them back to her this weekend, but they're very comfortable. 2024 showed you glimmers of hope in stagnation and just enough depression to put a gentle fire under me to give myself permission to love me a bit more. You need to come out to the house. I miss your face. Oh my gosh. And that was beautiful. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Sometimes, we need to have that depression or that sadness to push us in the right direction, or to realize that the path we're going down is not the right path. You can't be uncomfortable. I mean, you can be, but it doesn't help. You can't really be uncomfortable with sadness, depression. You just have to recognize it and figure out what it's trying to tell you. Fell asleep as predicted. Hope you all been behaving without me. I mean, we went to a strip club. We went and did some illegal car racing, and we did some illegal gambling. What else did we do? We almost did a drug deal with some kids, but we decided that was crossing the line, so we didn't do that. But that's about it, Yarn Pirate. Not too much. You can only steal your husband's shoes. We both wear size 11 men's. Can't wear his other clothes. Me and Snuffy are better in person. You and Snuffy are better in person. I agree with you. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry. You guys, 9 minutes. 9 minutes until it's 2025 and I am 42. Yeah. I will be the same age TK was when we first started hanging out. Well, we started talking. He was technically 43 once we started dating. So I don't say when we started dating, but we first met, he was 42, which I feel like that's very fitting because I feel like maybe I, in fact, am. I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. I feel like maybe I am, in fact, the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. I don't really mean that, but it was just so good. You have never behaved, and that's why I love you. Save the drug deals for Twitch. Right? You need nose for the next race. There are some little shits that race down the street, like the main street down by our house, and you can hear meow, 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 meow. I'm like, oh my gosh, please just stop. It's not cool. It's dumb. Just stop. Oh, I love that you guys go with my jokes, though. Like, you just slide right in there. You guys don't miss a beat. You're so good. Like, we could all just put together a comedy act, and it would be fire, 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 fire. 12:50. No, I'm sorry. 11:53:02. It's happening. I have not watched the ball drop in New York, in Times Square, in, when are we in? 2025 almost? 5 years. 5 years. Yeah. No, 6 years. 2019. No, 5 years. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. No. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. In 6 years. I have not watched it drop in Times Square in 6 years. I have been spending my evening, my New Year's Eve evening with you all for 6 whole years in a row. And let me tell you, you are all are far more amusing than the people they have hosting the New Year's Eve bashes across the country. They're so hokey. And then, like, the announcers get super drunk, like uncomfortably drunk. And it's honestly, the CNN crew gets the worst. Like, they get smashed. I'm just like, oh my God, you're getting paid to do this. Why? Why are you going this far? Calm your tits. Meh. Let's see. I was annoyed to turn 43 because I wanted to just stay 42. So I am 42 and 60 something weeks old. Ooh, I like that. That's very clever. Yes. That's very, very clever. You all need to understand that Elena is also the one that pointed out that everybody who turns 22 should have a ballerina party because they're turning 22. She's a very clever woman. We party smart and avoid the drunk drivers by being here. Exactly. Exactly. We can have our clever conversations. We can make our jokes. We can be crafty. We can pat ourselves on our back. We can cosplay. We can do all that shit. And if we want to drink, we can drink too, but we're doing it safely. And that's what counts. And you don't have to pretend like you like people, right? Like, you go to parties sometimes and you're like, yeah, this is great. And then people from like high school come up to you and they start talking and you know their face, but you don't remember their names ever. Okay, maybe that's just me. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but people are constantly, oh, Simi, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, you're great. I remember you did this, this, and this in high school, but I legit cannot remember their name to save my life. Which is great for social media because then they pop up and I'm like, look, your name is right there. That's nice and convenient. Can you please just wear a name tag out in the wild? Crass and crafty. Ooh, I like that. We are crass and crafty. That could be the name of a business, honestly. Or it could be a catchphrase. Boss Kitty. Keeping it crass and crafty. Ooh, maybe. I might steal that, Elizabeth. Let's see here. Let's see. We're close. 4 minutes and then I can go to the bathroom. Oh, and then my phone will start to explode, which is sweet. It happens all the time. Every year it happens. At midnight, well, it doesn't happen as much as it used to. Like, it used to happen and it would go until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. It drove TK nuts. But it's calmed down a little bit, which is good. You bought yourself not 1, but 2 skull arches for your 42nd birthday. So it felt more like the answer to everything every day that you walked through them. Ooh, skull. I've seen pictures of them. They're lovely. I'm really excited to put my beds together, honestly. A little overwhelmed. We bought 6 of them, and they're the Veggie beds, the modular ones. They were on sale, and I had a bonus, and I was like, well, we're getting these. Um, and they're this lovely sky blue color, but I, yeah, it's a little daunting. But I've got my 20 by 20 set up for them, so we'll see what happens. I'm bad with names in general, so that is the sort of hazard of going out in public. That's fair. Your PJs in your bed will always win out over outside and peopling. Here, here. Yes. Cheers to that. So close, you guys. We're like 2.5 minutes away. Every 2.5, we're 2.5 minutes away. This is very exciting. I don't know why it's exciting. It happens every year. It's not like there's not going to be another one of these, but every year I get this excited about this. That's understandable, Elizabeth, for sure. Oh my gosh. There's actually some arches at Craft Warehouse that we might pick up that are for outdoors. I don't know yet. They're going out. The one in Salem is going out of business, so we might pick them up. We'll see. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. We're under a minute. Well, we're at under 2 minutes. We're at like 58:09, 58:10, something like that. I knew what you meant. Yeah. But seriously, before this year ends, just let me tell you all that I love you all so much. You are almost always one of the, well, you are the top 5 highlights of my year every year. Like, this group is so supportive and so kind and just amazing across the board that you all remind me that there are good people out there. And it's important. It's a thing that we all need to be reminded of on the daily, because the people who are jackasses are much louder than the others. And that's unfortunate. So thank you for being so freaking amazing. Seriously. You guys are just, you all are a different version of my family. And I am very proud to say that out loud. Oh my God, we're under a minute. Thank you to 2024 for all of the things that I've learned, and have a good, I don't know, have a good death. That sounds terrible. You get what I'm saying. Okay, we're close, guys. We're getting there. I should get towards it. Here we go. Are we ready? So close. We're under 10 seconds till I hit this button. Oh my God.
10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, Happy New Year! So long, 2024. Oh shit, it says happy birthday. I better put this back up to my... I love it, TK. Amazing. Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Here is to 2025, to new friends, old friends, new fiber crafts and old fiber crafts, and trying new things that are outside of our comfort zone. And here go the fireworks. Here go my fireworks. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful beginning of your year, and I can't wait to show back up in February and hear all about it. We will probably have a some event for our patrons in January, even though we're on hiatus, and I will be in Discord and be active there. We'll give you guys updates. We'll be on all our social medias, so you will still hear from me. I love you all so much. Be safe, be kind to yourselves, do something exciting and new just for you. Thank you, Jep. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Winter Gothic. Everybody, Miss Monster, Crochet Hook, Winter's Eve, Yarn Pirate, Elizabeth, all of you for sticking it out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys all in 2025. Good night. Bye.